On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Jared Cleveland, Principal Jason Jones, the staff, the students, and the alumni of Springdale High School, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this presentation of the Bulldogs Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. Zach Arn's voice of the Springdale Bulldogs, high atop Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. We get set for 7A West Conference action tonight between the Bentonville West Wolverines and your Springdale Bulldogs. Drew Barrett alongside. Drew, welcome to Gerald Williams. Get your first taste of 7A West Conference action here at home, and it's going to be an interesting battle tonight. Dogs coming off a win last week, Bentonville West coming off a loss. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game this week, you know, like you talked about, coming off of that win, finally getting that confidence. You know, we saw the progression that this team has made over the last few weeks. You get up big on Farmington, you can't figure out a way to close it out. Almost felt like we were going to run into the exact same situation last week against Rogers Heritage. Ultimately, Springdale learned how to win a football game, and that is so important in a young team and a team that doesn't have a lot of experience winning. Learning how to win and learning how to hold on to games and learning how to react positively when things go wrong, not break down, and that's exactly what they learned last week. There were some turnovers. There were some things that did not go ideal to plan, but you didn't really see the panic like you would have earlier in the season. So you're feeling confident, you're feeling good, talking to, you know, high school experts around the state of Arkansas. They give Springdale a really good shot tonight. Yeah, they do. It's going to be an interesting night. Springdale's going to deal with some injuries. Also, the weather could become an issue here. Drew and I are looking off to our right, which is south of Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. It is dark. It looks like rain is coming this way. It's threatened to rain all day. You said you saw a little bit of a lightning flash earlier, so we could be in for one of those nights that could take some time. But as we look forward here, Springdale's dealing with some injuries. They got some injuries at some key spots. Danners Wiley's not going to play tonight. Kane Pinto, we saw him go out last week with an ankle injury. He's not going to play tonight. Jacob Lauder's not going to play tonight. So it's next man up mentality for this football team as they get ready to play an offense that, you know, is best described as funky. It's an RPO-based offense.
Yeah, it is. And, I mean, big loss for Danners Wiley. I mean, thought he was really hitting his stride last week, had a great game, scored, I believe, the opening touchdown against Rogers Heritage last week. So it's going to be a big ground game here today. You talked about how Bentonville West likes to play the RPO, and in high school, most of the emphasis is put on the run, put on the R in the RPO. And, of course, we know what's going to happen with this Springdale team. Not afraid to air it out, but I feel like they've really come into their own. They know what their bread and butter is, and that is a land and draw. And it works every single time. Why run away from it when it clearly keeps working? He's obviously the lead rusher on this Red Dogs team of 580 yards on the young season. 6 total touchdowns, leads the team in touchdowns, rushes, passing. I mean, we thought we were getting close to a 100-yard performance last week. If he can mimic the performance that we saw out of him and out of that front line that we saw protecting him to be able to get those throws off and just the poise that he had last week, this is going to be an interesting ball game.
This series has gone the way of the Wolverines. They've won all 5 games in this series. Last year's game, a 23-10 game. Springdale in the game at halftime. It was 10-3, and you know, it got away from them there in the fourth quarter last year. But I think you're right. This is a Landon Phipps style of game. 220 yards rushing last week, 180 through the air. He scored 3 touchdowns. You know, getting Davon Sparks back in there is going to be a big deal because he gives them that outside shot.
Yeah, he does. The kid's got some speed, and if you get him out in open space and put a ball on a rope, it's going to be hard to catch him. So he's just one of those playmakers and one of those athletes. You hear it all the time in sports, and I know a lot of people are tired of hearing cliches around the game of football, but getting your athletes the ball, it's a real reason. It's a real thing. I mean, there's always an ounce of truth in every cliche, and getting Sparks the football could be a big, could have a big impact on this game to where at least we know it's going to be, the offense is going to be centered around Landon, but we need extra options here.
Springdale 1-3 on the year, coming off that 31-20 win over Heritage last week. West comes in 2-2. Really got handled pretty well by Fayetteville last week. Had some moments. They've got a young quarterback that we're going to talk about. Drew and I will when we come back. On the other side of the break, we're going to have our conversation with Coach Brett Hobbs. First win. I know he's excited. I know
Always
he's excited to get back to work. It feels like the pressure's been off of him. We'll talk about some of the injuries. We'll get into some of the numbers and the history of this series. Drew and I will be back in just a little bit. You are watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network. back to the Springdale Bulldog pregame show here on the Bulldog Sports Network, and joining me as he always does, Coach Brett Hobbs. Coach, congratulations, win number one. I saw you after the game, kind of put my arm on your shoulder. Said, first one's never easy.
No, it's a big relief, and kind of getting the monkey off your back and just ready to continue on through the season.
Just curious, how many texts did you get after the game? I know one, Gary Reed, spent some time texting you afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to feel very good to just kind of get that first one out of the way, and now you can just kind of go on with the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people reached out, which is always nice and great to hear from. Enjoy the support, and but I'm just really excited and happy for our kids because they've been working really hard. They really wanted it, and I think that they earned it.
Most importantly, you start 1-0 in conference play. It's the 6th straight year you've started 1-0. Now you get a tough Bentonville West team. Just curious kind of what the message is this week. Okay, guys, we're 1-0. Right. Now what?
Well, I think, as far as our motto this year, last play, next play, we're just kind of treating it as far as each game, hey, last game, next game. And I told them yesterday in our team meeting that every game that we play is the most important game of the season. So this week, Bentonville West, it's the most important week of the season.
Let's talk about your quarterback a little bit. Numbers were staggering last week. 220 yards rushing, 180 yards passing, and I'm not a mathematician or anything, but that's almost 400 yards total offense. How important is he, and how much has he developed since you got a hold of him back in August?
Oh, well, I mean, Landon, he's just a football player. He's tough as nails. He wants to, do it all. I think he really gets, the players, the offense, they feed off him. And, with his type of mentality and, how much he's improving each and every week as far as throwing. I think he was 14 of 19 throwing the football, and actually 2 of them were, drops right there, put him in a great place. So he's doing everything that we ask of him, and definitely a leader on offense.
I want to ask you about 2 players in particular that are starting to develop. Davon Sparks, you got him back 2 weeks ago, and he clearly, he's the fastest guy in the field every time he touches the football. And then Danners Wiley, starting to develop at the wide receiver spot, made a huge catch over the middle on a 3rd down, 24-yard catch, got you down to the 1-yard line, kind of got you in position to put this thing away last week. Those 2 guys, experienced guys that played a lot, but huge as far as their development goes.
Definitely. With Davon, we knew once we got him back that was going to add an extra element to our offense, which he's getting stronger each and every week. But he helps us, in the run and pass game, which is very crucial and takes a little bit of pressure off of Landon. And Danners Wiley, he does a lot of things that people don't recognize as well. He had some really big catches, but he blocks extremely well on the perimeter. On special teams, he forced a fumble and recovered a fumble. So he's doing a lot for the team besides just playing wide receiver and catching balls.
Defensively, starting to come around a little bit, especially that linebacker core you've got. You've got some interchangeable parts there that are starting to make a difference.
They are, and I think, it's just getting a little bit more comfortable with, the new defensive scheme and kind of understanding and learning the new calls and terminology. And, I think those guys are getting better each and every week as they start to understand and get more comfortable in the system.
You've got a lot of guys that are like Swiss Army knives, can do a lot of different things. Dean Pinto being one of them, Junior Reyna, Lopez in the back end starting to emerge back there. A lot of guys that can do different things. That's got to help you on the defensive side, where if somebody goes down with an injury, you can plug another guy in and say, okay, the drop-off's not going to be too great.
Absolutely. It definitely helps whenever those guys can play multiple positions and, be able to understand what to do at those positions, very crucial as well.
Running defense is going to be key as we get into conference play. This conference likes to run the football. And this week you're going to see a team that likes to run it as well. And those guys up front, Zach Turner, Caden Spencer, that group, Junior Flores, those guys are going to be real key to this week.
Absolutely. And, with Caden and Zach, they're only sophomores, but they're continuing to get better each and every week. And, they're physical up front. Our linebackers, they'll get downhill. And, of course, with Datron and Gunner playing outside linebacker, they contribute in the run game as well.
How much of a learning curve was there from your system to Coach Muller's system this year? It seems like all of a sudden, over the bye week and into the Heritage Week, it was like all of a sudden everybody kind of got on the same page, and it was impressive last week.
Right. It definitely was, and especially I just want to point, 2 big goal line stands are in the red zone. I thought that was really big for our defense, and but it is a little bit different because he likes to bring a lot more pressure than I do. I brought pressure at certain situations or time, and there was just basic rules and, as far as coverage-wise and things like that. And so it's a little bit different. The guys are starting to pick it up, and actually we've kind of reverted back using some of our old terminology to help, with the new terminology. So I think that's been helpful, especially in the back end, because, they've heard the same terminology for, 4 or 5 years since junior high. And so I think that's helped and made a difference.
28-20, you guys are grinding the clock down, get to that fourth down. There's no hesitation on your part to send Chris Cortez out there to knock the thing through.
Right, and that's what I pointed out yesterday to the team. A lot of guys just stepping up, but, Chris Cortez, we had to rush him out in Farmington, missed the last second field goal, but I had all the confidence in Chris. We just came right out there. I knew that, hey, if we get this field goal, we can seal this game, and he put it right through.
First thought when the clock hits 0-0, you got your first win, first conference win of the year. I mean, what's going through your mind when that happens?
Oh, I think, first just relief, but just 100% excitement for, our players and coaches. I know how hard they've worked. I know how hard they wanted it. And, the players were coming up and congratulating me for my first win, but, I was like, no, you guys earned it. It's about you, and wanted to make sure that they get, the enjoyment and the credit for it.
Dogs get back to work this week. Coach and I will talk about Bentonville West coming up. You're watching the Springdale Bulldog pregame show on the Bulldog Sports Network.
At America's Car Mart, our purpose is providing customers peace of mind with quality vehicles to keep you on the road. And right now, we're kicking off 2021 with a huge sale, the New Year's sale. Drive away today for as low as $199 down on select vehicles. Ask about the New Year's sale or start your approval online right now. No matter where you are on your car buying journey, we're here for you, keeping you on the road. America's Car Mart.
For over 20 years, Community Clinic has served Washington County with quality and affordable health care. With 3 wellness centers in Springdale, located at Jones, George, and Elmdale Elementary, our services include primary care, pediatrics, prenatal, behavioral health, and physical therapy. We offer services in English, Spanish, and Marshallese so that we can help your family. The Community Clinic, healthy people, healthy community.
On the counter, finds a hole, Garrett inside the 5, touchdown Springdale.
Wide open placement, touchdown, Har-BER Wildcats!
Welcome back to the Springdale Bulldog pregame show here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Continuing our conversation with head coach Brett Hobbs. And Coach, it's game 2, conference season in Bentonville West, a team that Springdale's never beaten. Let's start with an umbrella view of Bentonville West. What do you see from the Wolverines?
I see a very well-coached team, guys that play extremely hard. I think that they do a really good job as far as their game plan for each and every week versus each team as far as what they want to take away from you and what they're trying to make you do.
This is to use lack of a better term, a funky offense. There's a lot of shifts, a lot of motion. They do, they'll throw in trick plays here and there. They're not afraid to do that sort of thing. As a defensive coach, how maddening is it? And how much time do you have to put in just saying, okay, when I see this set and this guy goes this way, I know what's coming?
Right. There's definitely, it is hard, especially when they do so much stuff and they motion and you have to change coverage and alignment. And so I think one of the things that we're going to try to do is try to be a little bit more basic as far as, we'll still bring pressure, but just probably only one of the linebackers rather than multiple. So that way we can kind of be sound in the back end and then just have some of our base checks depending on, with the motion, we'll have our check that way, and then also the number of receivers to each side, we'll have a base coverage for that.
Seems like every year Brian Pratt has a quarterback, he's got a running back, he's got a wide receiver, and he's got a good offensive line, and they want to run the ball first. I mean, I think that's kind of there, and then hit you over the top. Is that what you're seeing out of this Wolverine team this year?
Yes, I am, and their quarterback is only a sophomore, but he's getting better each and every week, and with their system that they run, it takes some of the pressure off of him. They will get the ball out quick and as far as the run game, and then they'll, be smart and methodical as far as when they're going to take their deep shots or, like you mentioned, some of their trick plays.
Sophomore quarterback, how important is it to disguise your pre-snap reads for him so that he doesn't get a good look at what you guys are doing?
Right. I think it's very crucial, and as far as, we do bring so much pressure, so they're going to be looking for that as far as if we can show pressure, to one side or have somebody show pressure and then bring it from the other side. I think that'll be helpful, but as far as trying to, mess him up or give him misread pre-snap, that's going to be huge, as well as, if we can get some pressure on him early on and maybe have him throw off his back foot a little bit.
I know you like to run the football. They struggled last week against Fayetteville to stop the run. This has to be priority one. Okay, we're going to try and pound the football at them.
I think our identity offensively is running the football. We ran for over 300 yards last week. I think our offensive line is continuing to getting better, and then obviously with Davon, it's kind of Ronnie. He runs the ball extremely hard downhill. Landon, can do either. Davon's going to give you a little bit of speed. So I think we're just trying to use, our weapons the best that we can, and then, let that run game open up the pass game for Cortez and Danners Wiley.
I know this is probably a question you can't answer until you get into the game, but is there a game plan for how many carries Landon gets? Is there a load management where, as Davon gets more comfortable and Ronnie sort of settles into the offense, it seems like you've got a kind of a three-headed monster back there, but Landon carried the ball, I think, 22 times last week. Is there a number you're looking for on designed run plays?
No, not specifically. I think if it was up to Landon, he would run the ball 50 times. But it is, as your quarterback runs the ball and takes that many hits, it is frightening at times. But as hard as he does run, and whatever is going to be most beneficial for our football team and our offense, that's kind of the game plan.
This series has been really close. Last year, a 7-point loss up in Centerton. Special teams have got to be something that you guys are going to concentrate on this week because it's going to be important.
Absolutely. And, they do a good job as far as with the special teams and kind of messing with our rules. I think a couple years ago, they kind of messed with it, and I believe blocked a punt, which is very crucial. And like you said, it has been close and competitive, and hopefully this will be our year.
40-yard dash, who wins, Davon or Landon? Because I got him in a dead heat. I don't think
I'm saying right now probably Landon, although I don't know if I'll tell Davon that. But I would say Landon. If Davon, if he is full speed, which he's getting very close to being, it'll probably be neck and neck.
It's amazing how fast you can run when people are chasing you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kickoff's on the way. Coach, appreciate you swinging by. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldog pregame show on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings. Shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
We prepare for victory because defeat is not an option. We break our bones and bleed to triumph. We are not the underdogs. We break the narrative every day. We do not simply let these obstacles overtake us. We eliminate all boundaries of our existence. Our success is limitless. Our presence is legendary. Our brilliance is uncomparable. We are here for glory. Each day we prepare for this. We fight for this. Not dictated by others' expectations for us. We define our own. We will achieve greatness. Our backgrounds do not define us. We define us. We live in the moments we spend here, on the field, in the locker room, surrounded by our team, our family. These are our brothers and sisters. This is our home. This is ours. This is our Springdale.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
Try the 3 and 3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome to Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Over 100 years of tradition, forged by toughness and grit.
Big Gary Bohannon once again. Oh.
Gridiron greatness runs in the blood of these Red Dogs. Relentless defense and a punishing ground game, dominated for decades. One team, one goal brought the eyes of the nation to this place. Championship football is the standard here. Always has been, always will be.
Forager runs over a man at the midfield stripe.
Mustang with plenty of time for Damian Williams. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
This is Springdale football.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank, only in Arkansas.
The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
And we welcome you back to Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium as we are getting set for kickoff here. Bentonville West has won the toss. They are going to defer to the second half. So Springdale's going to get the football, and we'll take a look at this Springdale offense. Now, we've talked about it a little bit, but this is a defense in Bentonville West. Had some trouble stopping the run this year, especially up the middle between the guards, and that plays right into Springdale's hands. That's what they like to do. Yeah, I mean, that's what they like to do. So it'll be Springdale with the football first. Captain tonight, Danners Wiley. Looks like Alvaro Vargas and Ronnie Stillwell. Dogs getting ready to come out of the tunnel here. Bentonville West to our left. It is a warm night. It is a humid night, and we are under the threat of rain, although I have not seen lightning since about an hour ago.
Yeah, I saw that one bolt just to the south of us. Haven't seen anything else. Hopefully it stays that way because lightning delays are pretty lengthy. And the clock restarts every single time a lightning strikes. So you might be able to get towards the end, and if it's within 5 miles, it's tricky.
And it can change the trajectory of a game. We played a game here a couple of years ago back in 2016. We were leading Russellville, pretty much dominating the football game. We get about a 45-minute to an hour lightning delay, and then the game changed on a dime, and they wind up losing to Russellville. So it's one of those things that, as a coach, you learn to manage. But Springdale coming in 1-3, fresh off a victory last week against Rogers Heritage. West 2-2 on the year. They lost last week to a good Fayetteville team, 42-17, a team that we'll see later on this year. It is going to be, it's a big game. We talk about getting into the playoffs, making that march toward the playoffs. The last couple of years, 2 conference wins has gotten you in the playoffs. Springdale's halfway there.
Halfway there, exactly right. You now know that you can compete at this level, right? Because that was a big if coming in because early in the season, trip over to Oklahoma, that's a tough contest for anybody in this division. But, the early losses to Van Buren, a 6A team, you lose to Farmington, a 5A team. You're coming in and you're thinking into conference play, okay, can we compete at this level? Do we have the talent? Do we have the team? Do we have the guys who can play and keep up with 7A football? And you learned it last week against Rogers Heritage that you do. You ultimately do have it. Maybe early in the season it was one of those things we see a lot of time in sports, playing down the competition. That is a real thing. It affects a lot of teams. And once you get into conference play, you realize, hey, we're now playing with the big boys. Let's act like big boys, and that's exactly what they did.
So Springdale comes onto the field, looking for back-to-back conference wins for the first time since 2000, if my math is right. 2012 would have been the last time that they won back-to-back conference games to start the season. So Drew and I are here. Glad you're with us here in the Bulldogs Sports Network as they play the hype video there on the board. Boy, a lot of memories there. And the old Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium when this press box was just a rickety. It was like it would sway back and forth, and you never knew if you were going to make it out of here alive. But
see, the thing that I love in all these old videos, the old shoulder pads.
Oh yeah,
man, those things they stretch out 10 yards. Felt like 10 yards.
Land a plane on those things.
You really could. And I mean, some of the old helmets too that just looks like, man, I feel like you'd have better protection without it.
Yeah, I've looked back at a couple of my football pictures. Like, how did you even wear those things?
Exactly.
But, it's not like the form-fitting stuff that the kids have today. So Springdale's going to get the football first. Tejon and Davon Sparks, along with Marion Manuel, it's a pretty fast trio. They're all going to drop back deep. Bentonville West will kick off. Bentonville West, again, 2-2 on the year. They've lost a game. They lost their first game of the year to a team out of Mansfield, Texas, came back, beat Muskogee, Oklahoma, and then Little Rock Central. And then, of course, as we mentioned, lost last week to Fayetteville. So we're glad you're along here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Drew alongside, got our entire BSN crew. Teeing it up for Bentonville West is Josh Buxton. I want to welcome our television partners, KXNA, along as well. Glad to have you guys along and everybody along the Bulldog Sports Network. Game number 2 of the 7A West is underway. It's a knuckleball. It's going to come and hit at the 1-yard line. Marion's going to let it go, and Springdale will get the touchback. All right, the Springdale offense, there's some changes. Gio Alvarez will start at the left tackle. Jody Solorzano is going to get the start at left guard. Alvaro Vargas at the center spot. Gustavo Perez at right guard. Isaac Cooper at the right tackle spot. Receivers, Grayson Bowman, Chris Cortez. Those are the two that we know about. We'll see. Danners Wiley not going to play tonight. Looks like they're going to send out Junior Reyna. He'll be the third wide receiver. Landon Phipps, of course, at the quarterback, coming off a 220-yard rushing performance. Davon Sparks going to get the start at the running back spot. First snap of the ball game. 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Landon on the option, gives to Davon. He's got a little room outside, 25-yard line. He's going to run out of bounds close to about the 28, so nice play there on first down.
Yeah, good job there by Davon, who we saw a lot last week having trouble of knowing really when to turn up, and a lot of east to west type of running. There, it was a good thing to start running east to west and then slowly turn it up there at the end. Good run, good 8-yard.
It'll bring up 2nd down 2. Just underway here, first quarter. This is a base 3-3-5, we'll call it, defense for Bentonville West. They're going to go same play, other side. This is Landon. He's got first down yardage across the 30. Looks like he's going to fall forward to about the 33. So Springdale, again, I think they want the same game plan as the last couple of weeks. It's condense the game, run the football, shorten this, and try and get it into a fourth quarter game.
Oh, yeah, it's a run which you know. It's a run which works. We're sitting here for Game 5 knowing really where you are at this point. There's no really need in trying to do trick plays or hide what you are. Play your game. Make them beat you at your game.
First down 10, ball at the 33, 5-yard pickup, gives Springdale a first down. Here's Davon. He's going to get across the 35-yard line. Looks like he'll be knocked down right there, 2-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd down and long. We'll call it 8.
Yeah, it was a good play by Luke Evans there from the linebacker position. Came up, felt the hole, crashed over to the left to keep Davon from getting through. Because if he gets through that hole a little bit more, it might be a first down and more.
We'll set this West defense after this play. 2nd down 8, same formation, just a pistol set. Here's Landon, first pass attempt of the night. This one out for Cortez. He catches the ball at the 40, first down yardage, 45, bumped out of bounds.
Oh, great catch there by Cortez.
Close.
and great concentration, too. You hate to see that ball bobbled up in the air because, 99 times it's going to end badly. Luckily, that was the 1% where it ended good. And good job by Landon getting the ball out there just in time for a crashing safety or crashing cornerback there that could have had a pick.
13-yard pickup gives Springdale a first down. They're going to run Davon straight ahead again into Bentonville West territory down to about the 48. So Springdale here marching forward.
Well, Davon's doing exactly what you ask of him. Run north and south. Don't get too fancy. Don't make too many moves. Stay within the tackles. And, hey, if you can average 3-4 yards for us every carry, that is phenomenal. That's exactly what we want.
2nd down, we'll call it 6. Ball at the 48. Line to reach is the 42. Same pistol set for the Bulldogs. Here's Landon on the option. He'll turn it up, 40-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down, and this Dogs offense, a little bit different this week with the pistol option set.
Yeah, definitely. It does look different. Looks like we're going to see that option set a lot, and coaches must have saw something in film this week that said, hey, I think the good option would be to go with the pistol option look, and that's exactly what they're doing.
10-yard pickup gives Springdale a first down. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Springdale's opening drive. This is Davon Sparks, and he's going to be met. Might have gotten 2 out of that one. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 36, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 again. And This is the recipe. It's run the football, pass when you have to.
Yeah, that's exactly what has worked for them. Now, in the last few games, we've seen drives like this. We've seen methodical drives, and something's gone wrong. Hopefully, those mental mistakes have been worked out and nothing goes wrong.
This, Davon again. Spins away from a tackler across the 35-yard line. Looks like he'll get maybe 2 out of it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long at the 34 based on where they're marking it. So now Springdale in that 3rd and long that we haven't seen yet.
No, we haven't seen that yet this game, but we have seen it, though, this season, and they've done a good job on 3rd downs throughout this season. They're 44.2% on the year thus far, so you want to be above 40, and that's exactly where they are.
So 3rd down, 6, ball at the 34. Landed to throw. Pressure coming. Gets away from it. Looking for a man. Ball's knocked away. That's Buxton. Pass was intended for Grayson Bowman. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6. I mean, you got to feel like you're in 4 down territory here.
Oh, they are, and that's exactly what they're doing. John Buxton there, for Bentonville West, able to get his hand on it. Maybe landing it, maybe a little bit more of an air under it, but that's a difficult throw. You're throwing across your body at that point.
You're getting a look at what West wants to do. Braden Talley is spying Landon everywhere he goes. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Landon now in trouble. And he's going to go down at the 33. So that a busted play. Nobody open on the back end. Springdale's going to turn it over. And, what started as a great drive ends up with basically a turnover in your own Bentonville West territory.
Yeah, it didn't turn out the way that all the Red Dog Nation out there would have liked it to. But you saw positives, right? You got to take – the game of football is about taking positives where you can get them. And there were plenty of positives to take out of that drive.
So 1st and 10 for Bentonville West at the 33. Jake Casey's the quarterback. He's just a sophomore, and it is a cast of characters in the running back spot. This is Casey. Now Springdale chasing him down. And he's going to go down at about the 38 yards. It's going to wind up being a 5-yard pickup. Caden Spencer going to track him down. But Casey last week, it was all or nothing with him last week against Fayetteville. Fayetteville came after him, and they rattled him at times. And I think that's kind of the game plan for Springdale this week is to blitz and see if they can disrupt this young sophomore. He is a true sophomore. He is playing in just his 5th varsity game.
Yeah, that's exactly the game plan you got to go
shows pressure. Morgan straight ahead. He'll get out to the 42. It's going to be close to 1st down
be
yardage.
A little short.
He's going to get 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. That's Carson Morgan. He's a wide receiver. He's kind of a tight end. He's kind of a running back. He's a kick returner. He does just about everything for the
He's a Swiss Army knife.
Exactly. So 3rd down 1. Springdale pretty good on 3rd downs, 33%. And this is going to be enough for 1st down yardage. Not by much. He's going to get out to about the 45-yard line.
That's
good fake. Ty Durham on the run.
That was a good fake there by quarterback Casey. He tricked me. I was watching his arm because I didn't actually see him if he completed the little shovel pass there. So good execution.
3-yard pickup's enough for a 1st down. Ball placed at the 45-yard line. 7:43 to go in the 1st quarter. This is Bentonville West's opening drive. It's Carson and Casey in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set. And now we've got flags. We got movement on both sides. Let's see which way they go.
Oh, they're marking it back.
Yeah, the wide receiver on the far side, that's Aiden Honeycutt. He'll get called for the illegal procedure. It'll move it back to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 15. Springdale heavily penalized last week. 11 penalties, over 100 yards. That's something that you had mentioned a couple of times in the 4th quarter. You can get some work on that.
Yeah, definitely need to work on those mental mistakes, and that's ultimately what they are. They're mental mistakes.
It's Carson in motion. Casey quickly back to close to the original line of scrimmage. I think the ball came loose.
No, he's held on to it, but got to get more of the body on him. They got away there with somewhat of an arm tackle. Luckily, just was able to spin him a little bit like a top. If you got to do a little bit better job of meeting him there in front, getting your body into him and wrapping up.
4-yard connection from Casey to Brust, and Corneliuson's going to jump offside. So the 5 yards that you give right back, and that's just one of those. Like you said, it's just it's a mental error.
Which these are high school kids. You can't put too much pressure on them not to make mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. It's just making less mistakes than the other team, right? You can't win week in and week out having 10+ penalties.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6, ball to 49. It's Casey and Carson again in the backfield. Casey to throw. This one's going to go long, looking for Ty Durham down the sidelines. That's going to go incomplete, and it's going to bring up third down. So, again, Springdale on the 1 third down they faced tonight. Bentonville West is 1 for 1, but 33% on the year has been pretty good. The number that when I was looking at this stuff this week, 61% on fourth downs. You know, one of those things have to begin to even out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, something's got to even out. But on that last play, I mean, that was good coverage by Hernandez. Didn't really wasn't too close to him, but close enough to say, hey, young fella, if you turn around and look for this ball, I've got the perfect position.
So third down and 6:32 to go first quarter. Jake Casey again in the shotgun with Carson alongside. They're going to give Carson straight ahead. He's got first down yardage into Springdale territory. Still going down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a breakdown in the defense there. Can't give up that big of a hole right up the middle, and then to get through your secondary like that. Got to tighten that up.
Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 27, so enough for first down yardage for Carson. It's a 24-yard pickup. Clock running, 6:13 to go first quarter, and another third down conversion for this Bentonville West offense. Casey gives to Carson again. Springdale pursuing. Boy, that is a nice run there by Carson to get outside. That's Carson Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Springdale had him dead to rights in the backfield.
Yeah, they had him dead to rights. It's what I brought up a little bit ago. It's too much arm tackling. If you just if you stay in full running motion and just take another step, you can meet him with your body. You don't have to try to grab him as soon as he's in arm's reach. If you are able to meet him with your body, you'll bring him down better.
3 carries, 36 yards for Carson Morgan. Now they're going to throw it quickly to the right side. It's first down yardage on the far side. Pass complete. That's a Landon Grigg on the far side, and it'll be enough for another Bentonville West first down. So Bentonville West starting to get into that rhythm that they like so much. Ball will be placed at the 12. It's a 7-yard pickup. It'll be first down.
This is where the Red Dogs defense really got to step up. They've been on their heels the last few plays. Got to bear down, get ready, and they definitely need a stop here.
Carson Morgan alongside Jake Casey in the backfield. Clock running, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Casey going to throw again. Plenty of time. Now he's going to be flushed to his right. Now he's going to step out of bounds. He'll gain maybe a yard. We'll see where they mark him out. It's almost one of those situations, if you're not going to get the yard, just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, you might as well not even take the chance of possibly getting hit. But good job by the Springdale secondary there, covering everybody up. You'd have liked a little bit more pressure on the front, but then again, you are running a 3-man front, so you can't expect it every single play.
They give them a yard to the 11. They can get the first down at the 2-yard line. This is Bentonville West's opening drive, 9 plays, 56 yards so far. Casey alone in the backfield. Here comes the jet sweep. This is Grigg, and Springdale going to knock him down about the 9-yard line. We'll call it the 8 maybe.
Yeah, I think they'll give him the 8. And I think West might have got away with a block in the back or possibly a hold. Dakota Gaines over here on the left side kind of pushed a Springdale Bulldog into that pile.
So it's going to be third down and 6. This will be the third down of this drive. So far, West has converted both. It's Casey and Carson Morgan. That's Ty Durham in motion. They're going to give it to Morgan straight ahead. Springdale's got him stacked up. And we'll see. He's going to fall forward.
Man.
Boy, he's going to get to about the 3. Yeah, that offensive line gave a nice little push. And it's going to be a 4th down and short. And if I know Brian Pratt, he's going.
Yeah, he's going to go for this. You have to. I mean, early in the game, if you don't get it, you still got him pinned down in Springdale territory. But, man, those legs, they were a churning for an extra 4 or 5 yards.
Ball's at the 3. It's 4th down and 1. This is Carson straight ahead. He's got it, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, those feet just keep on moving. That's the thing. They always tell you, until you hit the ground, your feet keep chopping, and that's what happens when you keep your feet moving.
3-yard touchdown run for Carson Morgan. That's the opening salvo here in the ballgame, and Springdale's going to find themselves down 6-0 pending the extra point. So the scoring drive goes 11 plays, 64 yards. And now we've got whistles. Travis on to try the extra point.
I don't see a flag down, though. Okay, it's over there on the far side. Was a little bit of movement on the Springdale side. I don't know if they're just going to.
No, they're going to
back it up.
West up. Yeah.
Okay, I saw Springdale player move, but I guess there must have been somebody else that caused him to move.
So they'll move it back 5 yards, and now Travis will have it teed up at the 15, so the extra point becomes a 25-yard attempt. Snap's good, kicks on the way, and I think he missed it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he missed it. Kind of a delayed call. So
like one ref was about to do this, and he looked over. He's like, okay, yeah.
Our new score: Bentonville West 6, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Experience everything Springdale has to offer. Visit ExploreSpringdale.com or download the new Explore Springdale app. It's the best place to discover all there is to do and see in Springdale. We'll help you explore our many eateries and attractions and introduce you to our shopping, arts, parks, and trails. You'll also find links to our great hotels and meeting venues. Download the new Explore Springdale app or visit ExploreSpringdale.com to begin your Springdale adventure.
The Bentonville West scoring drive is 12 plays, 67 yards. The last 3 coming on a Carson Morgan 4th and 1. Springdale finds themselves down 6-0. Back deep for the Bulldogs, Marion Manuel, Tejon, and Davon Sparks. Buxton's got it teed up. So now this is answer time. You know, the way this series has gone is Bentonville West has jumped to large leads, and Springdale's trimmed them at the end.
Yeah.
You know, you want to stay in this game. You want to stay, as close as you possibly can. So that this Bentonville West team doesn't just run away. A lot of times our offense is like an avalanche. I mean, sometimes you can't
just
stop
keep snowballing.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely want to stay close, and this is the time to do it. And they missed that extra point. You got lucky, pushed them back there on the extra point attempt. They missed it. It's time to take advantage of it. Who knows, that could come into play late in the game.
Buxton's kick's going to go out of the end zone, and Springdale will get it back at the 20. Had something going on the first drive. Moved the ball 47 yards in 10 plays. Wound up on a 4th down with a sack, and that's how the drive ultimately ended. So, now it's kind of, you're into that chess match part of the game where it's okay. We showed them something that they haven't seen before. They're certainly going to adjust for it. Now, what's the counterpunch?
Now the counterpunch, I think, is kind of mixing back in your bread and butter, what you've been doing, like we're now seeing back in a normal shotgun, but mix back in the pistol. Don't just go away from it. Keep them guessing.
So Landon's in the shotgun. He's got Ronnie Stillwell alongside. Landon to throw. He's got a man right down the middle. That ball's going to be intercepted.
Yeah,
it's like Will Banks with the interception, and Springdale's going to turn it over. And this is about the worst start that you could get for a team that now.
It's offense is staying on the field. Was there laundry? Was there a late whistle?
Put it back at the 20.
Is it an incomplete pass? What's going on?
Hold on one second. Did he drop it?
I thought he caught it.
They're going to say no.
They're going to say he did it. Okay, Springdale stays alive.
You just caught a huge break.
You take it. You don't argue.
3:44 to go first quarter. Landon's going to throw again. This one quickly out. Grayson Bowman. Pass caught at the 30-yard line. Still going, fighting for yardage. He's going to get about 8.
Good throw there by Landon, and looks like he actually was able to get the first down. Looked like he got about 12 there.
Yeah, he did.
But one thing I've noticed on those last 2 plays, he's eyeing them. He's got to do a better job of going through a little bit more of a read progression and keep those safeties and corners guessing. If you stare a guy down the whole time, they know where you're going. You got to have some type of look-off move.
So they're going to go back into the pistol. Davon's the running back. First down 10, ball at the 34, 14-yard pickup on second down. This is going to be Davon straight ahead looking for room. He's going to cross the 35. Boy, he's real close to busting those, isn't he?
He is real close, but also that ball is dangling down there, man. High and tight, son.
Ball's going to go to the 38-yard line. It'll be a 4-yard pickup.
I saw that thing by his hip and almost had a heart attack. I'm sure his coaches did, too.
It looked like they were swatting at it.
I bet his coach did, too, looking at it. Just because Lamar Jackson does it doesn't mean you should.
Well, his hands are a little bigger.
Exactly.
2:50 to go first quarter. Springdale with the football. This is their second drive of the ballgame, trying to answer a Bentonville West scoring drive. Landed straight ahead. Here comes Davon. Cross the 40. And there's a lot of pile pushing tonight here in the first quarter.
A lot of I don't know if anyone out there watching us that's in high school would get this reference. I know you would, and it'd be very hurtful to you.
It's a nice way of saying I'm old.
Yeah. A lot of bush pushes.
Yeah.
I know that would hurt.
Oh, man, that stings.
I knew it would hurt you.
That one hurts a bunch.
A lot of bush pushes here
Third down 1 for the Dogs. Ball at the 43. Line to make the 44-yard line. So Springdale trying to get that first down. Here comes Davon. First down yardage across the 45, puts his head down. He's going to get out to about the 47, and it'll be a Springdale first down. And again, I mean, minus the touchdown, things are going pretty much to plan.
They are. I mean, and, picking up 2, 3, 4 yards every play, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't have to just, get it all in once. You can have a death by 1,000 razor cuts, and that's exactly, I think, the game plan that they want to do. They want to wear down this Wolverine defense.
8 carries, 32 yards for Davon Sparks. This is carry number 9. Nice move there, and he gets something out of nothing. He's going to wind up getting 2 yards, basically out of nothing.
Yeah, he hasn't. The one thing that I'm shocked that we really haven't seen is that QB draw. That's something that we saw all of the first 4 games. It's something that has worked, and I think that they're going away from it. They're trying to hide it. I think it's going to come back because it just has worked so well. But I think that you'll see a lot more of it in the second half than you will here in the first.
I just got word that the ref on the far side said that the interception hit the ground. This is Davon across the 45. He's going to be real close to first down yardage. I'm looking at this.
I think they're going to give it to him.
It's going to be.
They're going to call him short.
Just
inches.
short. It's going to be inches short of the first down. So thanks to my buddy Carlos Trevino for clearing that up for us. So now we know.
Haven't these refs ever heard of rounding up? Come on.
So it's going to bring up a third down. If I'm Coach Hobbs here, I'm asking for a measurement. That is really close.
Is so. I'm looking at it here, and it's on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a first down.
That's what I thought. But regardless, 35 seconds to go here, first quarter. 3rd down 1. Springdale running around here trying to get set. 10 seconds on the play clock. Here comes Davon straight ahead, first down yardage, 40-yard line. He's cut down, but it'll be a 3-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, went a little end over end there. Got cut.
So Davon now 11 carries, 44 yards here in the first quarter.
Exactly what you just got to keep doing. Just like I said, a death by 1,000 razor cuts.
I think Springdale's
one cut after another.
Their goal here is to shorten this game as much as possible. They're not going to run another play here in the first quarter. A very rapid moving first quarter. Our score after 1. Bentonville West 6, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Experience everything Springdale has to offer. Visit ExploreSpringdale.com or download the new Explore Springdale app. It's the best place to discover all there is to do and see in Springdale. We'll help you explore our many eateries and attractions and introduce you to our shopping, arts, parks, and trails. You'll also find links to our great hotels and meeting venues. Download the new Explore Springdale app or visit ExploreSpringdale.com to begin your Springdale adventure. The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the
As we start the second quarter, Springdale's got the football. First down and 10. I want to give a shout-out to class of 29 Springdale Bulldog, future dog, my daughter, Mackenzie, watching at home. She's a big Bulldog fan. Got her Bulldog stuff on today. Went to school on the west side of town in her Springdale stuff. That's my girl right there. So it's first down and 10. Landon's going to come out in the shotgun. Looks like Ronnie Stillwell now checks in at the running back spot. And this is more what you were talking about with the quarterback draws. Now, they've been spying Landon everywhere he goes.
Which, I mean, you got to.
You have to. I mean, that's certainly a commitment that you have to make. Landon's going to throw. Blitz coming. Landon with plenty of time. Ball shot down the middle. High and incomplete. Looking for Chris Cortez.
That's the same route, same play that you ran earlier that you got lucky on with the dropped interception. And just leading him a little too much. You know, it's right there. I mean, he's got plenty of arm. He's got plenty of zip on it to get there. It's just that's a real timing play. That's something you got to work out between you and your receiver.
Second down 10 coming up. 11:56 to go in the half. Springdale trails 6-0. Landon's in the pistol with the play fake. Landon now in trouble. And he's going to go down back in Springdale territory. And now Springdale's in trouble. This is not a big play offense in the conventional sense. They've gotten a lot of big plays and off-script things, but this is not where they want to be.
No,
it's a 10-yard loss.
This is not where you wanted to be. And Landon didn't see him. I guess he didn't hear him coming along until way too late. And by the time he spun out, there's more Wolverines right there to meet him. Not the best play, not the best outcome that you wanted, because we just talked about the great momentum that they were doing. They were cutting them just 2-3 yards, and now you're going to need a whole lot more than that to keep this drive alive.
Third down 20 coming up. They'll go pistol. Here comes Landon on the option. Landon going to cut it up, and he's going to get just 5 out of it. I mean, you throw on the first 2 plays, you run on the third down play. I mean, I know you're trying to get, you're trying to get 10 yards, but I mean, you've got to kick it now. You didn't even give yourself a chance.
Yeah, and here's the thing that I don't understand. I know you're trying to mix it up, trying to keep them on the toes, trying to keep them guessing, but if it's working, it's working. We just saw that, running 3 plays for 3-4 yards each is working, and it's going to result in more first down. So I get trying to take a shot. You got the momentum, might as well take it, but I think you only take 1 in that situation. You throw them first, and then after that, go back to the run game.
Chris Cortez kick going to be fielded by Ty Durham at the 6-yard line. Broke every rule in the punt return game, but now he's going to turn it up the sidelines, and Durham's still running. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. We'll see where.
I think they're going to say he stepped out about the 35.
Okay. So it's going to be about a 29-yard return, and I mean that's just those are 4 plays right there that it was negative. Yeah, I mean it didn't go Springdale's way. So Springdale turns it over back to Bentonville West. Bentonville West going to take over 1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 34, so it's a 28-yard return. And now Bentonville West with a chance to get to that every coach likes that 2 or 3 score lead now with an opportunity.
Yeah, we talked earlier about answering, and they looked like they had the momentum and they were going to do it, but just another mistakes.
Casey hands off straight ahead. It's going to be about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. That's Cole Edmondson on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 5. And we've got a Bulldog on the field. While they tend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about
Eduardo Hernandez was the injured Bulldog. He popped up under his own power. He's good to go.
Yeah, it might just be a little bit of a cramp there.
Ball's resting at the 39-yard line. This is Casey. And that ball's going to fall incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Been decent on 3rd downs thus far this game. I mean, I'd say somewhere running about the 50% mark.
Bentonville is,
without looking at it,
what's West? They're 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
This will be their 4th. This will be the 4th time with 9:48 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Springdale now 3rd and 5. They haven't been able to get off the field on 3rd downs. This is one of those critical downs. And again, Springdale playing shorthanded here. A couple of guys out. Brandon Lauder's out. Michael Dickerson has stepped in his spot. Now they're going to spread Springdale out here. And what they've been doing is spreading Springdale out and then running right at them.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yep, here's Morgan quickly. That ball is going to be enough for 1st down. It's brushed on the reception, and Springdale's just getting nickel and dimed here.
Yeah, I think that Bentonville West has decided that, hey, the deep ball's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get it there. But we do want to keep the passing game alive. You've seen the last 4 or 5 plays. That one just a short little quick 5-yard hitch. We've seen the ones before, just some wide receiver step-back screens. So I kind of expect that's their game plan going forward.
8-yard pickup gives West another 1st down. They're 3 out of 4 now on 3rd downs. This one's going to go deep. He's taking a deep shot to Ty Durham. That's going to go incomplete.
They were about to prove me wrong.
Zamarian Manuel on the coverage.
I say once again, deep ball's just not working.
Well, and I mean in this particular set, I mean you're now at 2nd and 10. Springdale hasn't been in this situation before. I mean you've got them a little bit behind the sticks. Now you got to go win 2nd down.
That's exactly what you got to do. You got to keep pressure on them, keep the front, because they're probably going to go right back to the run game here.
Yep, and they do. It's Carson Morgan straight ahead. He's got nothing but green turf in front of him, and he is gone. Carson Morgan is going to go 52 yards, and Springdale's going to find themselves in a hole with 9:09 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, you knew that's exactly where they were going to go. You coaches or the senior leadership out there on the field's got to know the situations, got to know the game, got to know that, hey, they just went deep. What's the most likely play they're going to do? Well, they're just going to run a quick handoff right up the middle, run right between the tackles, and that's exactly what they did. And you got to know that on a 2nd down and 10, they're trying to shorten that 3rd down. They're not going to try to go for a bomb on 2nd down and 10. They're trying to just shorten the field to get that 1st down. So naturally they're going to run it up the middle, and just too big of a hole and too much speed there once he got through the 2nd level.
West is going to go for 2. Trying to make this a 14-point ball game. They're going to fake it to Grigg, and now we've got flags. Carson Morgan now 6 carries, 96 yards. That a 52-yard touchdown run. Delay of game call is going to go against Bentonville West.
That's good because the play they were running was about to really work.
So they'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll see what Brian Pratt does. He is aggressive. Sometimes, the aggressiveness will blind him a little bit. It did last week against Fayetteville, and he's going to rush the kicking team on. I understand, from the 2-yard line, trying to make it a 14-point game. I understand that, and, this is certainly the smart, safe play right now.
Yeah,
play clock's at 4. They're going to have to hurry here. Travis on to try the point. Kicks on the way. And it's good. So with 9:09 to go in the half, Springdale now trails 13-0. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
9:09 to go here in the first half. Springdale down 13-0. The scoring drive, 5 plays, 66 yards. The last 52 coming on a Carson Morgan run right up the middle. He's got 6 carries, 96 yards. Bentonville West has 133 yards total offense through a quarter and a third. Springdale with 82. I mean, Springdale has done what they wanted to do.
They have.
It's just they've gotten into West territory and everything has just stopped.
That's the thing. They've been really good on their side of the 50, right? And the main thing that I think that you really want to do here on this drive is go back to that death by a thousand razor cuts, right? Go back to that 2, 3, 4 yards a carry. A play, and here's the main thing. If things do start to go wrong late down as you start to get closer to the red zone, you at least want to take as much time off that clock, right? You at least don't want to give them a lot of time here left to extend the lead. If you can go into the locker room down by 2 scores or less, you still got a shot. It's when you get into that 21 or higher mark where kids start to lose faith.
Springdale will start their third drive at the 20-yard line, third consecutive drive. Buxton's kick, a touchback. Now 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Here's Davon looking for a little room, and now West seems to have a pretty good idea what's going on. That's going to be a 1-yard pickup. It's going to put Springdale behind the sticks at 2nd and 9.
Yeah, they kind of knew that one was coming right there off of the pistol with the back behind him. Trying to maybe it is time for the QB draw here. They haven't really done it this game yet, and
12 carries for Davon, 5 for Landon. That's Landon last week, 220 yards rushing, but nothing to speak of to this point. Landon now going to throw on 2nd down. Ball's intercepted. Evans with the interception, and the ball's going to be marked down at the 18-yard line. And right now, this is this is the ball game right here. I mean, Bentonville West is rolling, and now you've turned it over. I mean, Landon has been putting ball in traffic. I mean, this is the second one that they've got their hands on, and now you got a problem.
Well, honestly, on that play, it's nothing special that Bentonville West did. It's Landon eyeing his passes. I mean, once again, you just sit there and watch. His head doesn't move. It's not on a swivel. And even if you know where you're going, right, even if, say, coach says, hey, you're going to Cortez. This is exactly where you're going. You got to at least look like that's not the case. You have to at least look off. You have to try to do something to confuse the defense because they're going to look at your eyes.
1st and 10. This is Edmondson. Springdale's got him wrapped up back.
There we go.
The 19-yard line. He's going to get nothing out of it. They're going to blow the whistle and say that play is dead. So to bring up 2nd down and 10, and I mean, you commit the cardinal sin, which is an interception inside your own zone.
Yeah.
And with 8:15 to go, Springdale now has their back against the wall. Down 13. This defense has yet to stop Bentonville West. They've had chances.
They have
chances to get off the field, just haven't been able to do it.
They have. And if you can hold Bentonville West to a field goal, you take that. That's a victory.
Pass complete out. Landon Grigg at the 20. And he's going to be run down at the 17-yard line. And I believe that was, Grigg on the reception.
Yeah, Michael Dickerson there trying to come up and make a tackle. Committed one of the defensive sins. He watched the hip and not the belly button.
All right, we got Springdale player down. Looks like a Bentonville West player down. Looks like Caden Spencer is the Bulldog that's down. While they tend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll tell you what. Hang on. We'll hang right here. He's up and moving. Now, here's this is the interesting part of this ball. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. I can assure you, if Brian Pratt is going to go for this.
He's going for a shot.
Yeah, I don't care if it's 4th and 15. He's going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his DNA. This is, it is attack, attack, attack. And they are lining up here. Casey on the night so far, 4 out of 7, just 21 yards. Springdale's done a nice job in the defense game. They just haven't been able to stop the run.
Yeah, the long ball hasn't worked. They haven't completed on one, but we've seen a lot of screens and a lot of hitches that have.
Casey's going to throw. Springdale brings the blitz. This one going towards the outside. That is nearly intercepted by Zamarian Manuel on the far side. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8, and if I know Brian Pratt, and I think I do, he is going to go here.
Yeah, Casey's not leaving the field.
No, they're not even. This is not.
I mean, why would you?
This is not something that they this is what they are, and it gets them in trouble at times. They did this a couple years ago in a game that Springdale was in, and it nearly cost them the football game.
I mean, and honestly, why would you? I mean, you've got all the momentum in the world in this game right now. If you're Bentonville West, you just picked them off. Yeah, the last 3 plays didn't go your way, but you've been able to force your will, and this is a big, big play for this Red Dog defense.
So 4th down and 8. Casey's going to throw. Protection's good. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got plenty of room. He's going to be dragged down, and he's going to get to the 9-yard line. Springdale's going to hold if the spot is good here at the bottom.
Got it.
Springdale Bulldogs get off the field on 4th down, and I'll tell you what. Throw the interception. You feel kind of the air go out of this building, and then all of a sudden the Springdale defense picks them up.
Yeah, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was big number 43, Nick Thompson, senior there to get the stop, and you thought that was just going to be one of those where he made a move, shook him out, but no, Thompson looked at the belly button. He wasn't faked, and he got him down short.
Last year against Bentonville West, Landon threw 2 interceptions, so they've sort of had a good read on him. In a game that Springdale lost by 13, really, was in it until late in the 4th quarter. So it's 1st down 10, ball at the 10. This is their worst starting field position. They'll get to Davon straight ahead, and there's not much there. He might have gotten 3 out of that.
Yeah, he got popped, too.
And I'll tell you, if you can milk the clock, get a score out of this, not leave Bentonville West a lot of time, you'll consider this a win.
I'll take 13-7 going into the half.
Bentonville West will get the football to start the second half, just something to keep an eye on. All teams with all 3 of their timeouts. 7 minutes to go here. And, you've brought it up a couple of times. We have not seen those off-script Landon runs. It seems like he's been anchored in the pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's by design or what Bentonville West is doing. There's Landon on the option. He's going to keep it across the 15-yard line, not much further. It's going to bring up 3rd down. He had Davon on the pitch.
Yeah, he did. He did on that one. I'm not sure. When you don't normally run an option, it can be kind of hard. Even a spread option like this out of a pistol, it can be hard to get your timing down and really understand what you're looking at, right? We've seen him pitch it to where you're thinking, it might have been better to keep it there, young man, and then we just saw him keep it, and you're like, might have been better to pitch it. It takes a minute to get the cues down.
Springdale 2 out of 4 on 3rd downs. This is a 3rd down and 4. Landed. They're going to run the same play here. And boy, he's going to be close. We'll see where they mark him. They're coming in at the 20, and if it is,
I think they're going to move him.
All right, so it's going to be enough for a 1st down. Landon ekes out a 1st down for Springdale, and worst case scenario, you just want to push the ball out and get yourself some room to punt the football. But this is going to be a 1st down and 10. Springdale now 3 out of 5 on 3rd downs. And certainly this is their pace. You've got 6 minutes to go here in the half. Ball at the 20. Everything. You're still in the football game.
In the game, got plenty of time. No need to panic.
Pistol set. Landon straight ahead. Davon Sparks looking for room. Cuts inside, across the 25-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard pickup and a 2nd down.
That's a good job by Davon, who's having a great game thus far. I think. Earlier in the season, we saw him more on a lot of sweep plays, right? A lot of trying to get him outside, and never really knew when to turn north. In this game, when he's just running north to south, he's doing a lot better. And the main reason why, because he's doing less. He doesn't have to try to do as much.
2nd down, 3 coming up. Again, the pistol set. Davon. And he's going to I'll tell you what, he's going to get bounced out at the 30-yard line. I think that's going to be enough for a 1st down. And I was talking to Coach Hobbs this week, kind of when we were kind of off camera at the coaches show, and he said, you were talking about death by 1,000 razors, body blows. This Bentonville West team has not been good against the run, especially up the middle. And you see what Springdale's game plan is. They're just pounding them straight ahead.
The tackles.
Yeah. So it's 1st down, 10. Clock stop. 5:07 to go here in the half. Springdale down 13-0. Had some things going, just hadn't been able to finish the deal. Landed on the pitch. Maybe pitched that one a little early. Now he's going to try and get Davon outside. It's going to be a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, that's one he probably should have kept. and the one before that, where he was able to actually get the first down that he kept, probably should have been pitched.
It
takes time. I did just say it does take time, but it can be a little frustrating. You're like, and plus we're up here, right? It's a whole lot.
We can see everything.
It's a whole lot easier to be judgmental and be like, look, you should have done this when you're got a bird's eye view down there. I'm sure things move a little quicker and look a little different.
2nd and 13 upcoming for Springdale. Springdale, neither team passing the ball at all. Springdale with 27 yards, Bentonville West with just 21. Landon's going to throw. Here comes the blitz again. Landon, far side. Ball out of the reach of Chris Cortez. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. Low percentage throw on a 2nd and 13. It feels like you want to get like 5 or 6 yards to give yourself a chance here.
Especially, you haven't done very well, with big 3rd downs right now. And some of these pass plays and kind of more the routes, that they're running, kind of going out and a little back comeback right there. And especially the defensive backs for Bentonville have been playing very good. They've been on their guys. A comeback is not a route you want to run or throw to when you got a guy on your hip.
3rd down, 13, blitz coming. Springdale's got the screen set up. Ronnie can't control it. It's going to bring up 4th down. Landon now 2 out of 8 throwing the football. That one's just a little hard. Ronnie still should catch it. But, like you said, give your receivers the best chance. But Springdale's going to have to bring the punt team on. Chris Cortez will come on his first punt, 39 yards. Back deep for Bentonville West. Ty Durham, he a very explosive player, was talking to some of the coaches before the game here, and they were talking about Bentonville West. It's not the most explosive team they've had. It's just they do a bunch of things really well.
Yeah.
Snaps high. Cortez corrals it. This one off the side of his foot. That's going to be bouncing at the 46 and out of bounds at about the 47. So not a great kick.
Not a great anything all around there. A lot of broken down blocks.
So that one's going to go. They're going to mark it at the 47. That's going to be a 20-yard punt for Springdale. And now Springdale's, again, this defense going to be asked to sort of, bow up here. I mean, you're talking 2 scores is manageable. 3 scores, you're starting to look at maybe next week.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that I'm starting to get frustrated with. You've got a game plan. You're working it. And then all of a sudden, they decide that they want to mix it up. They want to get the pass game going. Well, the run game's working. Don't go away.
This is Edmund Carson Morgan again, and he's going to be dragged down at the 43-yard line.
And on things like that, you can't really blame the players or question Landon what he's doing when that's the play being called. You're not going to expect him to tell Coach no.
So Springdale now, or Bentonville West, in a 2nd and 6. This is Morgan trying to get to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and now he's down the sidelines. 35-30. He's got green grass in front of him at the 20. He's going to be dragged down at the 13-yard line. You just got to make the tackle. I mean, you had him.
Yeah, you had him there in the backfield. Great run, though, and actually really good blocking down here by Ty Durham over there on the left side to help extend that play. It goes back to what I said earlier. Sometimes taking the extra step, maybe he gets an extra yard, but you're able to get your body into him. That the chances of him breaking that tackle are a lot less if your body is touching him than just your hand.
29-yard pickup. It's now 1st and 10. Casey floating it towards the end zone. That's going to go incomplete to Marion Manuel on the coverage. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. And, if you can hold them to a field goal here, you
count it as a win, just like last time.
It's still a 2-score game, and you've had some things working. You just haven't been able to seal the deal. You've kind of maybe outthinking yourself a little bit.
Yeah, you've been 2 steps forward, 1 step back all night, and just keep it simple. Keep the game plan what has worked. I mean, there's no need to get cute. There's no need to try to run fancy comeback routes or any of this other stuff.
2nd down, 10 coming up. This is Edmondson straight ahead. He's got inside the 10, and he's going to get chopped down at about the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down. We'll see what it's going to be. They're going to call it the 9-yard line, so 3rd down and 5. And this is 4-down territory. You're still
Pratt's going. Exactly, yeah, if he went for it last time, he's going for it this time. I don't think he's really that concerned about getting the points.
Braden Jones is checked in the backfield alongside, and they're going to give it to him. He's got to the 5-yard line, and he's going to get bumped
close.
out of bounds. I think he's got first down yardage.
They're going to mark him out.
Well, I got a ref down here at the 5. I got one at the 4.
That says he's at the 5.
Let's see.
I think they're going to give it to him short, 4th and 1.
So Springdale with another opportunity here. It's going to be 4th down.
This is the third 4th down that Bentonville West has gone for tonight.
Casey gives to Jones straight ahead. He's got first down yardage down to about the 1. So another conversion for Bentonville West, and we've got whistles.
Helmet come off.
Okay, so they have to, looks like Michael Dickerson's going to have to check out. It's going to be 1st and goal. Ball's going to be resting at the 2. Now Bentonville West with 2:18 to go here in the first quarter has a chance to make this a 20-0 game, if 21 if they wanted to go for 2, which I would be willing to bet that they would certainly try. So first down and goal. This is Morgan. He's going to get corralled there. Datrion Westfork, the first dog to meet him. He's going to get a yard out of it. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a good job to keep him out of the end zone, at least. You know, it's hard if you can keep this goals line stand, right? You have so much momentum. You know, Bentonville has so much momentum, and you can stop that in your tracks, and you can still go in under 2 scores or less. You count it as a win the way that things have gone this first half.
Casey and Jones in the backfield. It's 2nd down goal. Ball at the, we'll call it the 1.5. This is Jones straight ahead, and he's going to walk into the end zone for another touchdown. So Bentonville West goes 8 plays, 47 yards. Braden Jones goes the last yard, and now Bentonville West with a 19-0 lead, leaving the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Which, of course, they are. I mean, you know exactly. We just talked about exactly what they're going to do. And on that one, it was just, you know, you switch up some things on the offensive side. You have to force, you have to punt, and then you don't do a good job of switching the field. You know, you give them such a short area to get into the end zone. Things like that are going to happen.
2-point conversion. Casey's in the backfield. That's Durham in motion. Casey going to give it to Durham on the sweep. They've got him strung out, and he's going to dive forward. He did not get there. Absolutely not.
Great play.
Springdale turns it away. So another win for the defense with 1 minute and 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Springdale's going to get the football back down 19. And this is what drives me crazy about this. I know you're trying to get to 3 scores. I know you're trying to get it to that 21 mark. But right there, I mean, you're in control of the game. This goes for whether it's Springdale or anybody else. I mean, you go up 20-0. That point can come back and haunt you. We saw it come back and haunt Rogers Heritage last week.
Yeah, we did, and I mean, we saw it. We've seen it year in and year out of extra points coming back and not going in your favor and ending up biting you in the butt. You know, now we're looking at 2 points.
The scoring drive goes 8 plays, 47 yards. Josh Buxton's got it teed up. He's been good tonight. Every kick so far has been a touchback, and Springdale has really not had any sort of advantage in field position to this point. Zamarian Manuel and the Sparks brothers, Davon and Tajon, will drop back deep. You know, I don't know what Springdale's got 3 timeouts left. I guess depending on field position, sort of dictates your strategy here. We'll see what Coach Hobbs and his staff want to do. The wind today is actually at Springdale's back right now, blowing from right to left. Buxton, he's a big dude for a kicker. He's one of the bigger kickers you'll see.
He's got some size on him.
Yeah, he does. He's got some arms underneath that uniform. So Buxton puts foot to leather. This one end over end. Springdale could return this. Zamarian's going to take it at the 3. Zamarian Manuel, good speed. Across the 25, 30-yard line. This will be Springdale's best starting field position tonight. 28-yard return gives Springdale, gives them some hope here.
And gives you some things to think about here. You know, 30-yard line. You know, if you'd been stuck back at the 20 or even the 15, you're like, okay, let's just, run 3 plays. Let's get inside. Let's figure out what went wrong, where we can go better. Now you're thinking, I mean, at least 3 timeouts, field goal range. I mean, that's out of the question.
Springdale's going to spread it out. They'll go 4 wide. Landon's in the shotgun. They'll run quarterback power straight ahead. He'll get a couple straight ahead, and Yeah, Springdale does have all 3 timeouts if they want to use them. That feels like a play. If he pops it, great. If not, we'll go to halftime and sort of regroup.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do here. Is we're about to go under the minute mark, and they are not set up whatsoever.
Yeah, they're not going to go fast here. They're under a minute to go. 25 on the play clock. Springdale again going to spread it out. Stillwell alongside is the running back. Passing game tonight. 2 out of 8, just 27 yards for Landon Phipps. Does have the 1 interception. Here comes the same play. It's Landon straight ahead. He'll get another 4 yards out to the 38-yard line.
And now I guess that's probably going to be the last play, unless they do want to run one more, maybe take a shot through the air. Who knows?
Ball at the 38-yard line. 22 seconds to go here in the half. Springdale going to line up and maybe try one more here. It's 3rd down and 2. Landon going to swing it out, and that's going to be incomplete. And you stop the clock with 9 seconds left. And on 4th down and 2, I don't know. I mean, they're going to send the punt team on.
Punting has not really been the best phase of the game.
Cortez last punt was 20 yards. His first one,
I think they're going to have Landon Squibb kick it here.
Landon's going to drop back this time to try the punt, and they're going to send Eduardo Hernandez on late. Ty Durham will drop back for Bentonville West. And unless my math is off here, he's awfully close to the line of scrimmage. It's like 10 yards.
No.
Landon gets the kickoff. It's a good one.
Good Squibb.
Durham makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. Bentonville West is going to have one chance here with 3 seconds left.
They've been trying to go deep all first half. I don't expect them to do anything different here. Take the shot.
It's a 42-yard kick for Landon. And it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Springdale going to put 5 guys 30 yards off the ball or more. The whole defense, everybody but the defensive line is at the 40-yard line or further.
This is a new meaning of rush 3, drop 8.
Yeah, really. This is they got him way back. Pass is complete on the far side. That's Brust. He breaks a tackle, 40-yard line. He's going to be dragged down at the 41. That's going to be the last play of the first half. So we've played 2 quarters. Our score, Bentonville West 19, Springdale nothing. We'll be back with a halftime show coming up. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Climax at the NWA, it's just an easy, customer-centered experience. Right now, it's probably the easiest time that I've ever seen to achieve financing for people on maybe even a more expensive vehicle or more accommodating vehicle for their family. I've got the best inventory, I would say, in the state, and my people are not only experienced in the car business, but they're experienced in the people business. Whether you just check us out online or you check us out in person, we want you to visit us. Climax the NWA and climaxthenwa.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family.
In Amanda Craddock's AP Art, Noelle Lutard. In Andrea Edmondson's AP Calculus, Aaron Estep, Nathan Ship, and Alexander Soto. In Ryan Guyton's AP History, Henry Wilson and Noah Wilson. In Kathy Johnson's AP Computer Science Principles, Adrian Rodriguez. In Todd Lewis AP World History, Falieva Pedro, Haley Person, and Josue Reyes. In Kristen Novotny's AP Spanish Language, Juana Araujo, Alondra Blancas, Miguel Cruz Jimenez, Carrie Flores, Lisbeth Lopez, Kathy Manjarez, Natalie Manjarez, Jocelyn Martinez Benitez, Brenda Nunez, Guadalupe Perez, Stephanie Polanco, Jennifer Reza, Alexander Soto, and Sheila Valdez. In Millie Peters' AP Music Theory, Alexander Garcia. In Nora Scatbo's AP Spanish Literature, Jeanette Moreno and Stephanie Suarez. Please give a round of applause for these outstanding students and their teachers and their accomplishments.
Family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER, hometown fresh.
If you want fast, easy, and affordable service, visit McClarty Daniel.
Keep your vehicle running like new in our state-of-the-art service facilities. We know your time is valuable. Our factory-certified technicians with decades of experience will get you in and out and back on the road quickly. We service all makes and models at our 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale. Open 6 days a week.
Visit McClartyDaniel.com to schedule your service appointment today.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Try the 3-in-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
2021-2022 show entitled Mercury Rising.
RGC Glass is proud to sponsor the Fearless Friday Player of the Week.
The perfect slice every time when you come to Guisanos. Using the freshest ingredients, our Chicago-style pizza will make your mouth water. The menu doesn't stop there. We also have a mix of appetizers, salads, and sandwiches, bringing you the best Chicago-style Guisanos pizza. At Guisanos, we're proud of our reputation as a premier sports bar. At any of our locations, you'll find numerous flat-screen TVs showing all of your favorite sports teams. Come watch the game with your friends, bringing you the best Chicago-style Guisanos pizza.
Hot tub season is here at Burton Pools and Spas. Feel your best every day with Hot Spring. Financing is available with tubs starting at only $60 per month. Supplies are limited, so order your Hot Spring Spa today at Burton Pools and Spas, your hot tub headquarters.
Are you the last one to take a shower in the morning? No hot water? Never run out of hot water again. Steve's Plumbing, 479-631-8804, installs tankless water heaters. Mention this ad and receive $100 off installation.
Since 1992, the Sod Store has been the premier family-run business for your landscaping needs. We offer a variety of grasses like Bermuda, fescue, and zoysia for your commercial or residential job. We also have mulch, rock, gravel, and more at the Sod Store, where the grass is always greener.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas.
Experience everything Springdale has to offer. Visit ExploreSpringdale.com or download the new Explore Springdale
Welcome you back
app.
to Springdale. Our halftime score, Bentonville West 19, Springdale nothing. And joining us as he always does at halftime of the home games, Athletics Director Wayne Selig. Coach, how you doing?
Doing wonderful. Glad we're playing.
Yeah, we were talking right before we went on here about the weather tonight. It looked gloomy for a while. It's hard to tell now, but no rain, no lightning. I know that makes your life a whole lot easier.
Well, we've been watching the weather now since like last week because we hosted conference tennis this week, and Wednesday, Thursday it's going to rain every day. They had girls take golf up at Lost Springs. It's going to rain every day. We got through all that. Then the rain hit last night, which was, we canceled some junior high games, but tonight we were okay until about 6:30, and all of a sudden there's some lightning strikes out by Hinesville. Well, that's past us. But we're watching it and keep an eye, and right now it's like 30 miles away, so I think we're going to get it in.
Yeah, I think we're going to be okay tonight. I mean, there's no rain, and I looked at the radar just a little while ago. There's no rain here tonight. It's a humid night, sticky night, but all in all, I mean, you got a good crowd here out tonight, and Springdale's been in there fighting. I mean, they've just a couple of things slipped away here in the first half.
Well, it's 2 or 3 plays. The interception, we had a chance to get a stop there on a third down. They get a first down, but there's 2 or 3 plays right there that had it gone a different way, maybe we'd have a different score.
So, you're in full swing. I can't believe it's October already. I looked at my phone this morning. I was like, oh, my gosh, it is. It's October 1st. You guys are in full swing. Like you mentioned, you've got golf and tennis. And, I see Jeremy Price and Heather Huntucker sitting right below us here. And basketball's right around the corner.
Basketball is about a month, 4 to 6 weeks away. They'll start playing benefit games. And then both Heather and Jeremy are going to go on the road quite a bit in November, December. I think we play maybe one non-con game at home. But it's good that these coaches can take their kids out of state to different parts, spend the night, get in a hotel, play a 3-game tournament. So we'll have that. Wrestling kicks off here pretty soon. Swim and dive will start here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So it's just, it's what we do. But the fact that we're playing, we're competing, and our kids are connected and engaged is important.
And 12 months ago, that wasn't even a possibility. The idea of going to play in a tournament in Oklahoma was just sort of that was a pipe dream.
Right. We've got kids in our district that probably haven't ever spent a night in a hotel. And so our coaches will talk to our kids about, okay, here's what we're going to do. This, it's new to them, but it's a great experience. And the bonding that goes on, the chemistry that's built on those road trips will be something that we think kids will remember forever.
I love how positive you are. I mean, last year, even through all of the things that we were going through, I mean, we're up here doing these things in masks and, everybody's socially distanced. And, I mean, I know that, you and Jan and Christine, your whole team, I mean, I saw Jana before the game. She's got a big smile on her face. She's just happy to be here, be out, competing.
Well, it's really great that the district here in September, let the mask mandate expire. And so now people have choices. If they want to wear a mask, they can. You look here in the stadium, we have some people wearing a mask, some people don't. It's their choice. But the fact that our kids have a chance to compete, they get to practice every day, they get to build relationships, and again, create memories, which is a big thing with me. And even right now, we got kids out here in the field playing, probably some elementary kids running for an 80-yard touchdown. Those are some memories that those kids will have, and their parents.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to make this a personal thing. Springdale Hall of Fame coming up. Jana and I talked about it a little while ago. You guys made a terrible decision and asked me to MC it again, and I'm not real sure why. But tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going to be at the Apollo on October 23rd. 5 o'clock reception, 6 o'clock. More conversations, sit-down dinner, plate of dinner. So you'll sit down. We'll bring the food to you. We've got 11 or 12 great Hall of Fame inductees, and I'm looking forward to the stories. The stories that we're going to hear that night from people in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000, and even Charlie Fisk, I think, graduated in maybe the late 60s, who kind of runs the Jerry Dome. A Bulldog right there. And so we're excited about that. We're selling tickets, and we know they're going to go fast.
Yeah, and it's a great show. I mean, I'm not easily impressed. And, I got to MC it last year at the Apollo. It's the first time I'd ever been in a building. It's a great venue for it. And you guys do such a great job. And the food's outstanding. The stories are great. And, some of the speeches are some of the funniest. Like, I remember Jodine Davenport, coming up and just saying, thank you. And that was the end of it. And then you get, guys who are just like, okay, been up for half an hour. Come on, well, she's just going to sit down. But, it's one of those nights where, it's a family night. You get everybody together and you have a good time. You reminisce a little bit. And for people like me, you just feel old.
Well, what I always think about is I'll sit down with the pencil, and like every time someone talks about Coach Williams, and whether they played for him, were in a class of his, or something, his name's going to get dropped a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I was scared of him when I played, but boy, I love Coach. And they'll just be a chicken scratch. We'll just write down every time his name gets dropped, and it's just a great night of memories that people have, and their passion they have for Springdale. We're also now inducting a couple HAR-BER student athletes. And so now we're going to get the flavor of all of Springdale with the Bulldogs and the Wildcats.
If they want to get tickets, then where can they do that?
Just contact our office, talk to Janet Kate, and she'll take care of you.
Yeah, it's such a great night, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, you see not a lot of dry eyes, when people are up there, they finally get up and they get to take that, get to say thank you to their coaches and their families and all that kind of stuff. You don't see too many dry eyes when it's over.
Brett Hobbs, when he was inducted 2 or 3 years ago, was just speechless. He got up there and there was a pause. And he had to collect himself. But that happens to a lot of people. I'm going to get there and talk. No big deal.
Yeah.
But
you look out. I mean, the room's packed. I mean, it is. There's not an empty seat.
Right. And it's just a great night, and we're looking forward to it. And now that many of the restrictions have been lifted by the city, we're going to have a capacity crowd in there. And just a great night of sharing some stories.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm always honored that you guys even asked me to do it. I'm surprised every year when Jana asks me to do it, but it's a great night, and I enjoy it. I get to learn more about the district and the school district. Want to ask you, because I was blown away by this. My daughter runs cross country over at Bernice Young Elementary, and this is clearly your influence. As you see the younger kids participating in these sports. My daughter did not realize that you don't sprint in cross country, and she made it about 75 yards and called it quits.
Well, our district, we run 3 mini cross country meets in the year. We did one at HAR-BER a week or so ago. We've got 2 more coming up, and it's K through second grade, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th. And just the energy that those kids have and the smiles when they come across the finish line, the parents are there. It's another way to connect our kids and get them engaged with our schools and our community.
Coach, I always appreciate you coming up, talking with us for a little bit. We're about set for kickoff here in the second half. Talk me through this. What are we looking for?
Well, we made some good adjustments, I'm sure. Let's take the football here. I think we're on defense now, but let's get a stop. Let's have a nice drive here and change the momentum of this game.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you swinging by for us.
Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks, Coach. It's Coach Wayne Stellick, the athletics director here at the Springdale Public Schools, stopping by as he always does here on home games. And Coach dropping some insight on us. Have a great night. Enjoy it. And Dogs, as Coach said, going to be on defense first. Chris Cortez is going to tee up the football. And we'll await and see what adjustments have been made. Springdale had some things going, 108 yards of total offense in the first half to 235 of Bentonville West. The big thing for me has been, as Drew rejoins us, the big thing for me has been 3rd down. Springdale just can't get off the field. And, That's one of the things I'm sure that they talked about when they walked in the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure that's one of the top 5 things that they talked about here at halftime, and just trying to figure out ways of how not to make mistakes, to keep the game plan going, keep that death by 1,000 razor cut type of offense that we saw that worked in the first half.
Cortez, high, short. It's going to be taken out at the 18-yard line. That's Bell. He's going to come far side. Ricardo Gonzalez is going to track him down back at the 25. So good coverage there by Springdale. And now, we see the gamesmanship here. We see, what's been the, what adjustments you made, what you talked about. I don't think Springdale's outclassed in any way.
No.
I just think there's been a couple of things that have gotten away from them. The interception certainly didn't help, but it didn't lead to anything.
The long third downs didn't help.
Nope. So it's first down 10, ball at the 25-yard line. It's Morgan and Casey in the backfield. No passing game to speak of for this Bentonville West team. This pass complete to Bruss. This has been basically the entire passing offense is just short little, 4 or 5 yard passes that turn into 8-yard gains.
Yeah, and I mean that's I'm trying to figure out what I would call that play. I wouldn't call it a hitch because he didn't go and turn around. I wouldn't call it a screen because he's moving forward. But I wouldn't. I don't know.
Call it effective.
Call it a 4-yard and look. I guess.
Brust in motion. Casey going to give. No, he's going to fake it. This is Brust other side. Penalty flag down. Check that. That's Landon Grigg. He's still going. This play's coming back.
Yeah,
it's going to be either a legal man downfield or a hold. Based on where the flag is, I'm going to go with the legal man downfield. Everybody's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
And that's the danger in the RPO is you get a guy downfield because he's run blocking.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got to. And that's the problem when you decide to run, because you kind of have to figure out what is the level that you can go up, right? You can kind of cheat a little bit forward. You don't always have to keep going back into a pass block, but you're trying to, walk that very thin line that can happen.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 after the 5-yard walk-off. Ball's going to go back to the 28-yard line. Again, Springdale, no passing game to speak of for Bentonville West. Just 50 yards passing, 27 for Springdale. These teams have, primarily done this on the ground. Most of the damage done by Carson Morgan. He's got 9 carries, 156 yards coming into the second half. This is Morgan straight ahead, 30-yard line. He's going to be close to first down yardage, knocked down at the 34. It's going to bring up another 3rd down here for the Springdale defense after the 6-yard pickup. And now the Dogs, again, trying to get off the field on 3rd down. Bentonville West 3 out of 6 on 3rd downs in the first half. 2 out of 3 on 4th down conversions. Casey stays in the shotgun. Morgan alongside. They'll give it to him straight ahead. And he's going to get the first down, not by much. Nick Thompson there to make the stop.
It's a good play by Nick. It's just, too short a field to, get to the first down marker.
2-yard pickup is going to be enough for Bentonville West first down, the initial first down of the second half. Clock running, 10:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Glad you're with us here along the Bulldogs Sports Network. Beautiful night here in Northwest Arkansas as far as the temperature goes. Temperature's in the 70s. Not much wind to speak of, probably about 10 miles an hour, blowing from right to left on your TV.
Rain's held off?
Yep, it's been now, as I look out here on the glass, starting to see some rain coming down. Casey alone, back in the shotgun. He's going to throw this one. The ball's caught by Greg. Datreon just got turned around. Yeah. It's going to be a big gainer down inside the 30-yard line. And Springdale now, you're back in that danger zone again.
Yeah, this isn't the place that you want to be if you're Springdale. And honestly, I can't tell if Casey designed to throw back shoulder there, if that's what he wanted to do, but if he had continued to lead the play, that was actually good coverage there by Springdale. Would have been able to jump the ball.
It's just a 4-vert route, and now first down 10, ball to 26. This is Morgan straight ahead. No, it's Casey on the keeper, and he's now in trouble. Now he's going to come reverse his field across the 25-yard line. We got a flag down. This is coming back. It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back, one or the other. So Springdale's going to catch another break. And this is, now if it's a hold, they're going to mark it from the 31-yard line, so it'll wind up being about a 12-yard loss instead of just 10. So we'll wait and see what the call is.
I'm going to guess a hold.
Let's see. Now they're going to call block in the back. So let's see where they march it off from.
It off from the 30.
Yep. So that'll back Bentonville West up. It'll be a 10-yard march off back to the 40-yard line. Second penalty on the night for Bentonville West. Just 4 penalties in the game to this point. It's kind of the opposite of what we saw last week. So it'll bring up, we'll call it 1st and 24.
Close enough.
We'll call it that. Casey is going to throw long. He's got Ty Durham. Nice coverage there by Tajon Sparks. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 24.
Yeah, other than the one deep ball that we saw this quarter, the deep ball hasn't really been working, and that's why there is so few passing yards here. Not that shocked that they're going to try to take a shot, especially on 1st down. They'll return to the ground game, though, right here.
2nd down, 24. Ball at the 40. The line to make is about the 16-yard line. And you're right. I mean, this feels like Carson Morgan coming right up the middle. Springdale going to play that 3-3. They're going to let Casey throw again.
Right.
Springdale going to rush forward. Now Casey's going to throw it deep. He's looking for, I believe that's Dakota Gaines, catch at the 3-yard line. Dropped it. Wow, he was open. He beaten Datreon Westfork. That ball's going to go incomplete, and he's going to have nightmares about that one.
Oh, he is. I mean, Springdale got lucky on that one because he was going to catch it and high step right there into the end zone. Got lucky. Hopefully, Springdale can capitalize on the luck here as Landon is coming in on the defensive side.
Dakota Gaines, the receiver who dropped the ball. Now it's 3rd down and 24. And honestly, if they get half of this, they're probably going to go. That's just the way that Bentonville West has sort of run their program. It's 3rd down, 24. 9:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Casey and Morgan in the backfield. Casey is going to throw. Springdale shows blitz. Now they got the screen set up, and my gosh, Carson Morgan is wide open at the 30. Nice tackle there. Datreon Woodfork with the tackle. He's going to knock him down at the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll wait and see.
Hit, young man.
That was a good shot there. It's an 8-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 4th down. We'll call it 16. Datreon came to the sidelines. He was holding his left hand, but now he's come back in. And now on 4th down at 16, Carson Morgan is the running back. Quarterback Jake Casey on the night, 8 of 15, 96 yards. Now facing a 4th down and long. Springdale going to show pressure. Casey's got good protection. He'll fire it long. That ball's going to be intercepted. Springdale's first interception of the year. It's Ricardo Gonzalez at the 10-yard line. Ricardo with room, 20, breaks a tackle, 30, still on his feet, 35-yard line. He's going to be knocked down at the 36. So Springdale's defense stands up, and they get the turnover.
Great job there by Ricardo Gonzalez there. Spy in the eyes. You know, I've talked about it plenty of time with Landon, but Casey just did the exact same thing. There's no need. That was just a bad read by Casey, and good job by Gonzalez to take advantage of it and have the big, long run to get Springdale in some really, really good field position here for their first drive of the 3rd.
27-yard return brings Springdale out to the 37-yard line. 1st down, 10. Landon Phipps in the pistols. Got Davon behind. Davon had a nice first half. Here he comes straight ahead, across the 40-yard line, maybe out to the 42, and it'll bring up 2nd down, 10.
Good job there by Davon. Like I've said all night, all you need is 3 or 4 for a play, and doing just simple math, that's going to get you to the 1st down.
17 carries, 60 yards for Davon. This is a season high for him. Not much for Landon in the running game. Here's Davon straight ahead, 45-yard line, maybe out to the 46.
Another 3.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and, what do you think, 2.5?
Yeah, about.
Something like that. The line to make's the 47.
2 3/4.
The line to make is the 47, and they are just shy of the 46-yard line. So we'll call it a yard plus. 3rd down, clock running, 7:20 to go. Here comes Davon straight ahead, and I don't know.
I think
he got stuffed.
I think they're actually being a little generous, giving him back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's 4th down. Down 19, 7:05 to go.
You go for it. There's no thought about it. There's no thought process. You got to down 3 scores. The clocks are rolling.
Solorzano, Alexis Castillo, Luis Flores, Nick Thompson, all the big guys coming in. They're going to line up in the power eye. Davon coming in. This is new.
What are they running?
Yeah, this is going to be a sort of a power set. Landon in the shotgun. That's Davon in motion. They'll take it, give it to Landon straight ahead. 1st down yardage He's going to get out to about the 48, 49-yard line. So something we haven't seen before, that sort of power set.
Yeah, I was a little confused there. And also, you bring in the big fellas, right? Kind of the whole have a big old fullback, create some room up there. And Landon didn't run anywhere near him.
So it's first down 10, ball at the 49, clock running, 6:23 to go here in the third quarter. Springdale going to go 2 running backs here. Now Davon's going to split out. They'll go 4 wide receivers. Ronnie Stillwell, the running back alongside. Landon Phipps in the shotgun. Landon, quarterback draw, straight ahead, across the 50 into Bentonville West territory. He's going to get to about the 46-yard line, so a nice pickup there of, we'll call it 5 yards.
Yeah, I think that's his longest run from just a normal Landon Phelps draw play there. And it's going to break off, right? We know that you can't contain him and keep him having short yards all night. He's going to eventually break one for good.
Second down 5 coming up. Well, Davon straight ahead, may have gotten 2 down to the 44. And, just in talking with Coach Hobbs this week, they felt like they could run the football right at this Bentonville West defense. And to this point, they've got, if my math is right, 31 carries for 100 yards rushing. And this is an offense.
Not terrible. It's over 3 yards a game.
Yeah, this is an offense comes in averaging 174 yards per game on the ground. So they're right on pace. Landed, going to take it, quickly throws. Cortez near side, 40-yard line. Chris got room down to the 36, first down Springdale.
Hey, just keep cutting them. Keep giving that cut.
Well, you can see Bentonville West starting to sell out to stop the run, and those plays are going to be there.
Another cliche. Hey, you're on the ball to set up the pass, right?
Absolutely, you do. 8-yard pickups, enough for a first down. 4:58 to go here, third quarter. Springdale down 19, but driving. Landon straight ahead. Here comes Davon looking for a little room, 35-yard line. Heavy contact.
Yeah, might have been a little helmet-to-helmet contact on there.
It's a 3-yard pickup. It's going to bring up second down at 7. And, you start looking at, number of possessions and how much time you have left. You got enough time and possessions, but you got to maximize your possessions and you got to make your stops on defense. You got to almost play perfect football here in the second half if this is what the game plan is.
Yeah,
4:25 to go. Short. Landon, he'll throw. Landon's going to throw the go route looking for Chris Cortez. He's going to overshoot him. Buxton on the coverage. Crowd calling for a little interference. I don't know if it was.
I didn't see it.
So it's going to bring up third down. And you're clearly in 2-down territory here. I don't think that's a question at this point. You got to pick up at least, I would think, 4 of this if you're going to go for it on fourth down.
I think you're probably going to go for it regardless. You just the numbers, like you said, almost had to play a perfect game. You've got plenty of time, but you're also going to need the score somewhat. I'm not going to say in a hurry. Still 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But then you're also going to have to play perfect defense.
And we're going to get a timeout here, Springdale. 4:19 to go in the third quarter. 19-0 our score. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's the best place to discover all there is to do and see in Springdale. We'll help you explore our many eateries and attractions and introduce you to our shopping, arts, parks, and trails. You'll also find links to our great hotels and meeting venues. Download the new Explore Springdale app or visit explorespringdale.com to begin your Springdale adventure. The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star
4:19 to go here in the third quarter. Springdale's got the football, facing a third down and 6. 4:19 to go. And, you and I were just talking about it. You got to maximize possessions here. You've got to get points out of this drive. Even if it's a field goal, you're still 2 scores. Yeah, you got to get something on the board here. A field goal makes it 19-3. You're still 2 scores out. What you don't want to do is, be 3 scores down with them with the football and a chance to kind of milk the clock if they can. Third down 6. Ball at the 32. Line to make the 26. Landed. Going to throw. Slant route looking for, let's see who we're looking for there. It looks like they were looking for Junior Reyna. That's going to go incomplete. Now it's going to bring up fourth down. And, it just feels like you're running the ball. You're running the ball. You're running the ball.
Run the ball.
And then, you go to the air. It's,
And the play call of basically you only had 2 routes running. I guess it was a design play of go up to the line, pick a side, and pick one because that was great coverage. You almost would have liked to seen Landon just say abort, 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 and try to run it.
Springdale 46% on fourth downs coming into the game. They're 0 for 1 tonight. Landon Phipps in the shotgun. Landon under pressure now is going to run away. 35-30, and they're going to drag them down from
It
behind.
might have been a horse collar.
And they're not going to call it, and Springdale's going to turn the football over. And, I mean, that's like the worst of all scenarios here. Coach Hobbs pleading his case, but Landon got dragged down from behind, and Springdale's going to turn the football over. So all the momentum you get from the interception goes by the wayside, and you give Bentonville West the ball, and you chewed up 5 minutes on the clock.
And that's been the story all night, right? We've seen Springdale get some momentum. They're going down. They're cutting them, man. They're doing the things that they're supposed to do, and then the play calling gets screwed up. And at some point, you just got to get frustrated with it.
Casey quickly finds Brust. First down, you're going to be real close,
short.
about 9 yards on the first down play. And look, I mean, their passing game is not complicated. This is not this isn't the Kansas City Chiefs out here. I mean, it's
a slot receiver running 4 yards and looking.
Right.
It's not even a route.
9-yard pickup out to the 38-yard line. And Springdale, look, they got to get the ball back here quick. You know, at the rate their offense is moving, you can't. You've only got so many 5-minute drives in you.
And now you've wasted a timeout.
Carson Morgan straight ahead, first down across the 40-yard line, middle of that Springdale defense there. Nick Thompson, Michael Dickerson there, but it's going to be a first down. Clock's going to stop momentarily with 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Ball's going to be placed at the 42. It's 4 yards. Morgan on the night. Let's see here. 12 carries, 142 yards rushing so far. He has been the story. He's got the long touchdown run, the 52-yarder.
I mean, the big part about that is all of, if not almost, has been between the tackles.
Yeah. Clock moving, 3:15 to go. Third quarter, 19-0 our score. Bentonville West facing a first down 10. It's Morgan and Casey in the backfield. Casey with the play fake. Springdale gets there. That ball's incomplete. Nice play. There's a Marion Manuel. Pass intended there for Brust. Caden Spencer applying the pressure. Was talking to Coach Derek Moore before the game. He really likes this young man. Says he's got big-time potential at 6'3", 220. Gave him that number 93, and they don't just hand that number out to anybody around here. That number's pretty special. That's Isaiah Nichols' number. And Caden struck up a friendship with Isaiah, works with him a little bit. Second down 10. Casey fires, same play. I mean, at some point, you got to take a chance here and try and stop that.
At some point, you just no more playing off the ball on the slot, right? You know, most of the time, if you're playing man, you're playing up close, right? It's all going to be on your edges. It's your cornerbacks. At some point, you've got to just say, screw it. We're going to – if they haven't been able really to beat us over the top all night,
and you're in the same spot here. I mean,
exactly. Right here, you should put Gonzalez right on top.
Sides.
Gonzalez should not be more than a yard off of that ball.
Well, it's going to be – looks like they're going to get Bentonville West with the shift. Gunnar Cornelison jumped off sides, but it looks like the tackle moved instead. So Bentonville West will be backed up 5 yards. It's going to bring up third down and 7. And, I mean, you're right. I mean, the safety is just playing so far off of him. I mean, it's there if they want it.
And watch it. I mean, if they do it, Gonzalez's first move is going to be back because, I mean, that's obviously what you're kind of taught. And
Casey to
do.
throw. Ball's complete. That's Ty Durham. Nice play there. Good Eduardo play. Hernandez. Now check that. Tajon Sparks. Tajon, my apologies. Ball's going to be knocked down at the – it's going to wind up being a 1-yard loss on an under route.
Good job there.
That's a nice play there by Tajon, catching a very speedy Ty Durham. And now Springdale, again, going to get the football back here. 1:59 to go. It just feels like one big play.
Right there. We're almost there.
One big play.
Just get that momentum back.
Buxton drops back in punt formation. You got to be careful with this Bentonville West team. They are so unconventional in a lot of the stuff that they do. I mean, they will try fakes from anywhere. They will try just about anything. This Carson Morgan's late coming onto the field. Clock moving, 1:30. High snap, and wow.
I don't know who that was on. It might be on Springdale.
If it is, man.
Yeah, Casey's just coming back out.
Here they come again. And I mean, these are just things you can't do.
You did your job. You got them off the field. You made them make the mistake. And now you're giving them a shot right here, 4-3 to go to, possibly – have the ball by the end of the quarter, which you kind of need it back.
1:26 to go here in the third quarter. Clock now moving with 1:20. Casey is going to give to Morgan straight ahead. Springdale's got it stacked up. Great play there. Nick Thompson, Caden Spencer. That Springdale defense said, no, sir. Brooks Muller, the defensive coordinator, he's pretty excited about his football team. And look, You get the ball at the 45-yard line, you've got to score.
You have to capitalize. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And great job by Nick Thompson. Have yourself a day, young man. He has been on every single play. He has made some big stops. I mean, he is having a day.
It's a 3-yard loss on 4th down and 3. And look, if you're Brian Pratt, you got to look at him and go, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
I mean, you're up 19-0. I mean, let's not be dumb about this, but this is what he does, and he gets himself, against better teams, the top teams in the state. He does this stuff. So Springdale 1st and 10. Phipps got the screen set up, pass complete, far side. I believe that's Junior Reyna. And it's going to be a couple-yard gain. And, look, Springdale doesn't have much of a downfield passing game. It hasn't been there most of the year, but these screens and, the delays and all that kind of stuff is sort of part of their offense. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. Springdale's going to have to go.
Got to pick it up. You definitely want to get into the end zone before the end of the quarter. And the moment, the pace they're playing at, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you need 3 scores at this point, and you're not coming up with a lot of big plays. Here's Davon Sparks coming near side 40-yard line, and he's going to get maybe a yard. Looks like where they're going to mark him down, it's going to be nothing.
And how fast? They're, once again, not moving fast at all. 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. I know it's not the end of the game, but come on, we got to pick it up. We're running out of time.
30 seconds to go, third quarter, 19-0 our score. Springdale now facing a 3rd down and 5 on the night. Springdale has they are 4 out of 9 on 3rd downs, came in at 44% on the year. They were real good last week. They're 8 of 12 on 3rd downs. Phipps in the shotgun. Play clock is at 17, so plenty of time. Landon's going to throw. Here comes the blitz. Landon fires down the middle, looking for Junior Reyna. They've tried that play a couple of times.
They have.
That one sails high and wide of Junior. Now you're into a 4th down spot here with 6 seconds to go in the quarter.
No ifs, ands, buts. Got to go for it.
Landon 4 out of 14 passing for 40 yards. He was really efficient last week against Rogers Heritage. Just has not been on target tonight.
His timing's been off tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It seems like his accuracy was great last week at Rogers Heritage, but tonight he's just been a little too far out front.
So it's 4th down, 5, 6 seconds to go here in the quarter, and we've got whistles.
Timeout by West.
So Bentonville West will call the timeout. We'll hold it right here. Both teams have used a timeout here as we're going to go into the 4th quarter after this 4th down. 19-0 our score. Springdale's had chances. I mean, they are hanging around here. It just feels like one big play, and you're right back in the ballgame. Defense is playing well.
Defense has been playing well. I mean, this is the same score we went into at half, right? Kind of the momentum that Bentonville West had going into halftime. You're thinking, oh, man, if they come out and they score because they got the ball to start, we could be looking at a running clock halfway through the 3rd. But Springdale has kept it up. They have done their job on the defensive side. Offensive-wise, it's just once again, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
6 seconds to go here in the quarter. 4th and 5 upcoming. The line to make is the 36. And it looks like it's right on the 36. I don't know. There isn't much that has worked. That's got 5 yards written all over it. So we haven't seen the off-script stuff from Landon, just out, making a play. He hasn't been able to do that. Talley's done a nice job shadowing him everywhere he's gone. Without Danners Wiley in the lineup, your number 1 receiver is missing. So it's you're kind of playing left-handed. And now Phipps faces 4th down and 5. Should be the last play of the quarter. Phipps stands in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to take off and run. He's going to be dragged down from behind again. Springdale turns it over on downs for the 2nd time in the quarter.
That kind of looked like another horse collar, dragging him down there by the back of the shoulder pad again. A little blatant. There's still no call. One thing for Phipps that he needs to start to maybe be more aware of. If you're going to scramble, take it to the far side.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score 19-0. Drew and I will be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kids.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for Bentonville West. They've just turned Springdale over on downs for the second time in the quarter. They'll get the ball at the 40-yard line. They lead 19-0. They've been close to popping a couple here. Springdale's defense has played really well. They've turned them away on a fourth down. They've intercepted them. Third quarter really belonged to Springdale's defense.
It really did. They were the best team out there, the best 11. Now it's just the offensive problem.
This is Morgan. Straight ahead. He's going to get maybe 3 out of that. Check that. Braden James on the carry.
Now it's going to be interesting. Up 3 scores, Bentonville here in the fourth quarter. How much time are they just going to, do a little lollygagging and wait on the play clock?
Yeah, this is interesting.
They're doing it right now.
And Brian Pratt's one of those guys. I've gotten to know him through the years. I mean, he's just attack. And sometimes, you don't have to attack. You can you can milk the clock a little bit.
But, throwing the ball here.
In case he's got Durham at the 33-yard line. He's wide open, and that is a touchdown for Bentonville West. Lopez gets beat on the touchdown. It goes 58 yards. Springdale now trails 25-0 with 11:23 to go in the quarter.
They've been going at it all night trying to get that long ball to go. And, not to be mean against Casey, but it's kind of one of those situations that it hasn't worked all night. But, a broken clock's right twice a day, and a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, and that's kind of what happened there. And unfortunately for Springdale, it was streaking right down the middle of the field.
Second play of the fourth quarter is a 58-yard touchdown. Travis on to try the extra point. Edmondson on the hold. The kick's up on the way. And good. So our new score with 11:23 to go here in the quarter. Bentonville West 26, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network. The Bentonville West scoring drive, 2 plays, 60 yards. Our new score is 26-0. And now, I don't know. You've had opportunities in the third quarter to get back in the game. You're 3, let me see, my math isn't what it used to be. You're 4 scores down.
Yeah.
So now you need to get on the board. You can't get shut out.
You can't.
The offense
just takes any momentum, any confidence you had from last week's win, and just flushes it right down the drain.
149 yards of total offense for Springdale. They have struggled in the passing game. Landon's 4 out of 14 for 40 yards. They've run the ball a bunch, 35 times for 108 yards. A couple of turnovers, a couple of bad decisions, in the passing game, and it's just been. It feels like they feel like they're stuck in the mud.
It just feels like. And not to do another cliche here, football is a game of inches, and a lot of these plays they've just been like an inch away. Devontae's an inch away from breaking one. Landon's an inch away from completing a pass.
Tajon Sparks out across the 30-yard line. He'll get out to the 33, and that's where Springdale will take over. Down by 26, and now you're building for next week. Next week, you're going to go across town, play HAR-BER. They last checked, they were up 28-7 on Heritage. And that's always an emotional game. It's a game that honestly, HAR-BER has dominated. The one win in the series for Springdale was in 2018 here at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium, and HAR-BER to this point hadn't won a game. So then they're going to come in feeling really, really good. Springdale's going to come out of this one just feeling frustrated.
Yeah.
They've had opportunities.
They really have. They've had opportunities here tonight, and ultimately. Yeah, you got to look at the negatives. You got to look at where you can make mistakes. But you still got to take the positives that we have seen out of this game.
1st and 10, Landon's going to swing it. This is Davon. Makes one guy miss, 30-yard line. He's going to be dragged down. Ooh. It's going to wind up being a 3-yard loss.
Big tackle there by Thomas Wilbanks there for the Wolverines to stop Davon.
And, if you're Bentonville West at this point, you're pinning your ears back.
Yeah.
You almost abandon the run and pin your ears back, and you're playing 2 over the top just so you don't give up the big play. Clock moving, 10:50 to go. Springdale trying to put something together, get on the board here before clock hits 0-0. Phipps in the shotgun. He'll throw that pass complete and then dropped by Grayson Bowman. He knows it. Grayson's usually very sure-handed. That's going to fall incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, that's one of the players you don't expect to really hear footsteps or try to take off before he has the ball, but that's exactly what happened.
So 3rd down, 13, 10:38 to go here in the quarter.
Yeah, I think a mental mistake like that trying too much. You know, they know the situation. They know what's got to happen, and he's trying to go out there and make a play, but he's just getting too far ahead of himself.
3-man rush. Phipps has the screen set up. This is Junior Reyna at the 30. He'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it. Springdale's going to have to kick it. So they'll go 3 and out.
I think they're going to keep going for it. I mean, they're going for bust here. Basically, I guess they're saying we might as well try. There's still some hope left in this game. If we convert this 4th down and 10, then we'll get a little bit of momentum back, be able to maybe save something here. If not, they score. It's definitely over.
Landon's a punter, so he may back out here. We'll see. Landon in the shotgun, and Springdale moves. Gustavo Perez jumps, and there's a 5-yard penalty. Now you got to kick it.
Now you got to.
So they'll back him
up.
I
mean, you just can't. You can't have them get the ball. You know, here in the fourth quarter on
just
the 28.
just based on what we saw there, it looked like they were going.
It did. It looked like they were going. I mean, he was there to go in the back to the pass block.
He took 2 steps backwards. So 9:58 to go here in the ball game. Landon back in punt formation. He got one off earlier, 42 yards. Ty Durham back deep for Bentonville Weston. Snaps high. Landon gets it away. This one's going to hit at the 26, take a nice Springdale roll. Durham's going to corral it at the 14. Durham.
Oh, no.
25-yard line, 30. Now he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. And we got a flag down. This is going to come back. We got a flag down at the 40-yard line. And the block, it was a lookout block, and the block was made on Landon Phipps.
Nick Bell. Oh, my goodness.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty from there.
As it should.
So the kick, it's going to wind up being about a 28-yard return, and then they'll lose 15 on the penalty.
Oh, that was violent.
We'll check on Landon Phipps. He's still down on the far side.
No, he's down.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he's up.
He's up. The crowd over there.
Oh, that was a welcome to football. I mean, goodness gracious, that's violent.
So we'll wait and see what the referees come up with. 9:38 to go, 26-0, and there's a long conversation going on. I think a couple of things they're going to sort out here is A, where did the hit occur? B, how is it a personal? I'm assuming it's a personal foul. So you got to assume that, and they should
see what if there's any targeting.
That's
what was the intent?
That's probably the discussion as we're.
Was it malicious? Which it looked really malicious.
So we will take a look here. White hat's coming out. Let's see what the call is. It's a personal foul. That's a blindside block against Bentonville West. So that's the end of the discussion. And they'll move them back to the 25.
And here's the thing. I mean, Nick Bell for the Wolverines didn't really need to make that play. There's no. I mean, Landon Phipps wasn't going to catch him. I mean, that's a play of I'm going to hit you because I can. And I kind of miss making those plays. I used to like doing that, the whole cracking heads on a guy that wasn't looking. But man,
1st and 10 for Bentonville West. This is Edmonton straight ahead. Check it. That's a swing out to the far side. He got me on that one. Eduardo Hernandez will run him out of bounds. Pass complete there to, I believe that's Brust on the far side. Hernandez with the tackle. It's a 4-yard pickup out to the 34. Let's check that out to the 29. Boy, my eyesight is going. Clock is stopped with 9:33 to go. 2nd down, 6. Casey, flush to his right. Now going to take off and run. He's going to get to the 40. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Tajon Sparks at the 45-yard line. It'll be enough for a Bentonville West 1st down.
Yeah, they're still trying to throw the ball. I mean, up by 4 scores, you think it would be mainly just hands off right up the middle. But like you said, this Bentonville West team is known for being aggressive. They're known for not letting their foot off the gas. They're kind of been known to run up the score, and that looks like exactly what they're doing.
Casey, straight ahead, Edmonton, big hole, 50-yard line, and nothing but green turf in front of him. Cole Edmondson's going to set sail for the end zone and another Bentonville West touchdown. This one is going to go 55 yards, and the score is going to go to 32-0.
That's just a breakdown in defense. There's no way you should have that much green grass in front of him, and really nobody at the second level to meet him. You know, it's not like he made a cut on a linebacker. It's just he found a hole right there between the tackles, the three-man front, and nobody there to meet him.
Griggs in to try the extra point. Snap's good. Kicks on the way. And it's good. So our new score with 9:16 to go in the ball game. Bentonville West 33, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957. Right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
9:16 to go in the ball game. Springdale down 33-0. The Bentonville West scoring drive, 3 plays, 60 yards, 55 coming on the run by Cole Edmondson. And now, if you're Springdale, I mean, you're building for next week.
Yeah, you are. You're
You
starting
got to find something offensively that works.
You do, and you're looking ahead. You know, I know the coaches say get week by week, but you know, you do some preseason scouting. You do some scouting of your future opponents ahead. You know, maybe start to work on some packages that you think might work out there, because it's different running plays against a different other team than against your own guys.
Buxton set to kick off. His kick end over end, heading for the end zone. It's going to go in. Marion will catch it, and it'll be a touchback, and that's where Springdale will take over at the 20. They have been backed up all night. I mean, they have had 1 or 2 possessions here in the second half with field position. Everything else has been inside the 30-yard line, and it's just been – and when you're playing the style of offense they are, which is, you know, we're 3 and 4 yards at a time, it's going to be hard to push and continue those long drives, especially against good defense like Bentonville West. So Springdale will get it, first 10, 9:15 to go. Landon Phipps is going to come out in the shotgun formation. And, you know, honestly, Springdale can't complain. They've had chances.
They have.
And just haven't been able to take advantage of them. Phipps, now quarterback draw. There's nowhere to go. He's going to make something out of this. Landon going to get out to about the 26-yard line. Good, strong run there. Just haven't seen a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, I haven't really seen the draw plays that we've seen work, you know, all season long. There's a reason he's your leading rusher, because he has the skill and he has the talent to break off those big runs. He's your big-time play guy. If you're going to get one, it's going to be from him.
Landon, 14 carries, 44 yards tonight. Springdale's run for 114. This is Davon Sparks, 35-yard line. Nearly lost the football, nearly broke it, and I think he did lose the football. Yeah, he did.
Lost it.
Bentonville West saying they haven't. We'll wait and see. And we wait for the call. He sure does, yeah. So Springdale turns it over. Davon Sparks with the fumble. It was a nice run. He just fumbled the football.
It goes back to what I talked about in the first quarter. You saw him kind of drop that ball by his hip, high and tight. Just because you see it done on Sundays doesn't mean you should do it on Friday. They teach you high and tight for a reason. That less chance of that ball getting punched out, less chance of what just happened happens.
8:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bentonville West takes over. Still got their starters on the field, up 33-0. They're looking to run this thing into the sportsmanship rule. Casey's going to fire it. Pass complete to Cody Gaines. Ricardo Gonzalez, first player there. Michael Dickerson, Eduardo Hernandez, whole host of dogs there. Right? That's going to be, they're going to say no gain there.
They're going to say he got back.
So it'll bring up second down. And, you know, I know the inclination to say, well, why are they throwing the football? They're trying to get into the sportsmanship rule so the clock will run. You get to the 35, you play your younger guys, you know, you get out of here faster, you don't get anybody hurt. That's sort of the mentality. Yes, you know, you're up 33, you're throwing the ball all over the place, you know, everybody sort of, you know, nods their head and goes, what are they doing? But that's sort of the thinking here with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they've got somebody else back there back in the quarterback, Alex Downing.
Alex Downing now checking in at the quarterback spot. That's a good, strong run here. They have put some new guys in. That's Herndon now in at the running back spot, number 27, his first carry of the night. Ball's going to be placed at the 35. It's going to bring up third down and 6. on the night. Bentonville West, 4 out of 9 on third downs. Clock moving, 7:25 to go in the quarter. Grigg, the quarterback, sends Gaines in motion. This is Herndon straight ahead. Springdale got him stacked up at the 33. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Do you go for the field goal to get over the 35-point mark? Or?
Well, if I know Brian Pratt, I would say probably very unlikely.
He's going for it.
Yeah, I think he wants to put this thing in the end zone, take up as much time. I think he's got a lot of confidence in his offense.
Yeah.
So Grigg, the new quarterback, number 17, has got Herndon alongside. 4 wide receiver set. This is fourth down. The line makes the 29. Grigg, Springdale nearly jumps.
Almost.
Clock now at 6:35. Springdale showing blitz.
Yeah, they're just trying to chop him off.
So Bentonville West will take the timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. 6:32 to go in the ballgame. Springdale down 33. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Climax at NWA, it's just an easy, customer-centered experience. Right now, it's probably the easiest time that I've ever seen to achieve financing for people on maybe even a more expensive vehicle or more accommodating vehicle for their family. I've got the best inventory, I would say, in the state, and my people are not only experienced in the car business, but they're experienced in the people business. Whether you just check us out online or you check...
6:32 to go in the ball game. Bentonville West facing a fourth down and 4. Balls at the 33. Line to make the 29. And, you know, if you're the Springdale defense, I mean, the numbers are somewhat deceiving. I mean, you've been out there a lot here in the second half. You haven't gotten any help from your offense. They've given up 429 yards of offense on 52 plays. I mean, they had them in the ball game and gave them opportunities to get back in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the score, 33-0. You'd think that it's been a blowout all game, and that's not the case because Springdale has had the shots.
Grigg in the shotgun, fourth down, hands to Herndon. Nope, Grigg's going to keep it. He's got
it.
He's got the first down at the 20, and he's going to fall to a nice hit there. That's Gunnar Corneliuson. He'll knock him down at the 18, but it's a 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And keeps that clock rolling and doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon.
I don't know if they'll put it in the air again here. They'll take as much time as they can. They convert on the 4th and 4. Pick up 15. Ball now at the 18 in the Storm's orthodontic red zone. And this Springdale defense, they have been out there a long time here in the second half. And they've given up just over 200 yards at halftime. They've now the total is at 444. The offense, meanwhile, has just been it's been a struggle tonight. Good defense by Bentonville West, just 167 yards of total offense in the ball game for the Red Dogs. This is Herndon bouncing it outside. And we got a flag down. Eduardo's going to track him down. He's going to get 10 yards. We'll wait and see about the flag. That's got to be a hold.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, it's that. And the ref kind of threw it at the player, too. If it's on number 64, it's a little ironic. He threw it right at him.
Yeah, on those long outside zone plays, you're asking those guards and tackles. You're asking them to hold a block for a long time. And you can get those holding calls. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, they're going to march it back.
Yep. Holding against Bentonville West. So it'll bring up a first and long. Bentonville West right now, that's their 5th penalty of the ball game. So it'll bring up we'll call it first and 19. The ball will be placed back at the 27. 5:35 and running here in the fourth quarter. Springdale trying to make a stand here, get the offense one last opportunity. Grigg, the quarterback. Or check that. Downing's the quarterback. That ball intended for Dakota Gaines. I've been calling him Grigg. It's Alex Downing, the quarterback. That pass incomplete.
Kind of shocked they took the shot there, but
on first and 19.
Yeah,
I mean,
might as well.
I
don't know. You're up 33-0. I mean,
and again, I mean, you're trying to get to the 35 to get the clock running so you can get out of here.
I get it.
And they've got big games ahead of them.
But right now, I mean, just running the ball with 5 minutes left to go, letting the play clock run down to get you there just as fast. And jumped.
So it's going to be offsides against Springdale.
Looked to have been Gunnar
Cornelison.
I don't know.
It's the second time he's jumped off sides tonight. Ball's going to be moved forward 5 yards. It'll bring up a second down. We'll call it 14.
Yeah. Close enough.
Downing in the pistol, or in the shotgun now, with Herndon alongside. Clock stopped at 5:17 to go, fourth quarter. Downing to throw. This one complete. That's Brust. He's going to get down to the 3-yard line. Brust with he's had a heck of a night, that kid. He's been all over the place.
Oh yes, he has. He's had a good night.
Brust tonight, if I've done this right, 9 catches, 81 yards. And now you're at first and goal. Clock moving, 4:55 to go. Still Downing and Herndon in the backfield. Downing has the screen set up high. That one a little looking for Brust again. You know, that one I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the 3-yard line, first and goal. Why are you not?
You're going for the running clock, but the clock is already running.
I mean, you're trying, but
I mean, come on. If that's your whole reason is to get out of here and keep injuries from happening, running a
second and goal coming up, ball at the 3. Herndon and Downing still in the backfield. This time they'll give it straight ahead to Herndon. Nope, Downing's got it. Yeah, and he's going to walk into the end zone with the touchdown. And now you'll get the running clock, and
you get it as soon as they kick back off.
Yep. So Downing with the 3-yard touchdown run. They'll send the extra point team on. Travis will come on to try the extra point.
Not a lot to say at the moment.
Well, it's...
I know you're probably waiting there like, dead air there, Drew. You got anything to say? Nope. No, I don't.
Griggs kicks on the way in good. Drew and I will talk about it when we come back. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Springdale down by, what is it now, 40? 40 to nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Hometown.
4:20 to go in the ball game. Captain Stubing, our director tonight, just started yelling at me for misidentifying players, and I apologize. My eyesight is not what it used to be. Getting old,
well,
folks.
It wasn't his any player.
No, it was her brother.
It was her brother.
It wasn't just anybody. I couldn't miss somebody who had nothing to do with any of this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to miss her brother. That's my fault. Won't happen again, I promise. Buxton's kick's going to go through the end zone. So, once the ball is snapped, we should get a running clock here, and it will go quick. So we'll spin this forward. Next week, Springdale's going to go over to HAR-BER for the annual Battle of Springdale. It'll be two teams kind of in desperate straits here. Definitely in need of a win. HAR-BER's going to, if they hold on today, it'll be 1-4, 1-1 in conference play. Springdale will be 1-4, 1-1 in conference play. That's it's a huge game. It's always a big game, big crowd, lots of energy in the stadium. So it'll be fun.
And with both teams having the one win, a lot on the line.
And we'll be
playoff implications.
If I'm guessing right, Travis Sherman, our director over there, he'll have us on the air at about 6 o'clock. We'll have an entire pregame show as Davon gets the ball. He'll get maybe 2 on the play. And it'll be a celebration of the city of Springdale and their football teams, and we'll see some familiar faces. I get to see my guy Donald Tucker, and get to spend the evening with those guys. And it'll be a huge game for Springdale, for HAR-BER. Both teams need that second win. I mean, we've talked about it when we kicked off tonight. 2 wins probably gets you into the playoffs, and for both these teams, you're jockeying for playoff position.
Yeah, you are, and you're just trying to stay alive at this point. Terrible loss tonight, but like I said, score says 40-0. You got a running clock here, 3.5 minutes to go, but there are still positive things that you can take away.
8 minutes ago, this is it's 19-0.
Yeah,
I mean, Bentonville West put 21 points on the board here in the fourth quarter, And, Springdale
You shut them out in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and you dominated the third quarter. I mean, defensively, Springdale's defense, turned them over, stopped them on downs. I mean, the defense was right there, giving you opportunities. The offense just couldn't cash in. Clock moving, 3:15 to go. Springdale facing a 3rd down and 5. Landon's in the shotgun. They're going to take it, and he might get. He probably got a yard or two out of it. With
short,
3 minutes to go here. I mean, I think you got to go. It doesn't look like they're going to send the punt team on. If you considered going for it the last time around, you're probably going to consider doing it here.
Just try something out.
Yep. So,
because I mean, honestly, you're sitting at 2:45. Time they get the ball back, clock still running. They could probably knee it out. Might be a little close.
Pistol set. 4th down, 2 yards to go. Line to make the 30-yard line. Here's Davon straight ahead, trying to get north. Can't do it, and Bentonville West is going to get the football back at the 28-yard line. And the clock's going to continue to run here. And if you're Brian Pratt here, you take a knee and you get out of here. But he has been known.
But you're Brian Pratt.
But you're Brian Pratt. So this is what he does.
He's got a running clock, so he can really try anything he wants.
I am almost certain that they will try. They will take a shot here at some point. That's just the way that they are. With 2:03 to go here in the ball game. So 1st down 10. Herndon, the running back. They'll give it to him straight ahead. Springdale's got him wrapped up. Nick Thompson making contact there. Caden Spencer, Zach Turner, all there to make the stop. Springdale going to fall to 1-4 on the year, 1-1 in conference play, and that's really all that matters. You're 500 in conference play. And they've got big games coming up. I mean, games that
winnable games. They've got some ones,
and games that they're going to need coming up here. Again, 2 wins probably gets you into the playoffs. Southside, is in that mix. Rogers is in that mix. 1:20 to go here. Play clock is at 12. I'm going to tell you, I've never seen Brian Deacons put off the gas. I'm actually kind of in shock. This is Downing. Downing's going to keep it, and he's going to get out to the 25-yard line. Gunnar Corneliussen's going to knock him down there. And
we need about one more play, and that should do it.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down.
Do you go ahead and just knee it? I mean, it is 3rd down.
I would think so. You probably run this thing down to about 10 seconds, take a knee, and get out of here. I mean, that should be the last play of the ball game.
I mean, you run this down to 10 seconds, we're looking at 35s, yeah. So
yeah, they're in no hurry to do anything. Downing just standing there. They're going to let this thing go under 40 seconds, and they'll probably snap it with 10. They'll snap it with 7. They'll give it to – nope, Downing's going to keep it, and he's going to throw it.
Throw the ball.
Pass complete. Down to about the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down with 17 seconds to go here.
Do you just want somebody to accidentally get hurt in a running clock game? I mean, come on.
That's a read, and that may be inexperience on Downing's part. So, maybe it's an automatic. You just have to know what the play call was. The clock's going to hit 000. Springdale's going to lose the football game. They're going to fall to 1-4 on the year. We appreciate you guys coming along with us tonight. We will be back on the air 6 o'clock next week. Crosstown, our friends over at the Wildcat Sports Network, will produce the show next week. I'll be over there with Donald Tucker and the Wildcat Sports Network crew. For Drew and our entire BSN crew tonight, we appreciate you watching. We will talk to you next week from HAR-BER. Good night, everybody.